Sunday
We're
morning.
live.
I mean, I suppose it's
It's
Sunday
Sunday
morning
morning.
somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Like in the middle of the Atlantic, it would be pretty early morning right now. Now, I don't know if anyone lives there, though.
To
I
be in
would
the middle of the Atlantic,
fishes.
first thing in the
The
morning.
fishes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
What
Goosey,
about
goosey.
Aquaman? Aquaman could be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine.
Why
it'd
are
be
you
pretty busy.
discounting Aquaman like this?
Yeah.
I don't know, like-
Aquaman is a discount.
Okay. Real talk though. Did anyone play the Injustice video game? Because
No.
it was like a Mortal Kombat style of game.
I've
but
seen
with
it.
the
I haven't
DC
played it
universe,
though.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
Aquaman is fucking OP in that first game. Loved him to bits.
Aquaman
It
is
was
OP in the
insane.
comics as well. Aquaman
I want
is,
you,
like,
Rohan, to
described
say
as
that
just as
to
strong as
Jason
Superman.
Momoa's face.
Jason Momoa is OP. Aquaman sucks.
Jason Momoa.
Jason
I won't
Momoa
say it
kicked
because this is
Aquaman's
like a
butt.
good. This is.
Look,
Yeah, look.
all I'm gonna say is if I'm ever gonna cheat on Noctia, Jason Momoa.
Malmoa.
Wow.
Oh,
Hmm.
Momoa. Sorry.
Someone ain't
Mammal.
getting any.
No.
Jason Meow Moa.
Meow Moa.
Okay.
See, I'm not jealous of Jason because
Because what?
no.
You're
Because what?
deluded? You're
Oh,
deluded.
well.
Yeah, you're deluded. Yeah.
I see. Rude.
Oh, because of the you think beards are the only thing that matters. That's right. Well, look.
I'm not wrong.
Look at he's just like.
I'm not gonna get involved in this conversation.
Yeah, look.
gonna
There's
sit
no
here and
point
drink
in
my green
me trying to
tea.
compare myself to
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. Let's, I'm not that deluded.
I could never. I could never.
Dutch Daddy Gamer, bearded, cuddly Wen.
Bearded Cuddly Ren. No, we can't have Cuddly with a beard. Then she'll show us all up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Isn't she the most
Grow the-
fabulous
Like more than she
beard?
already does.
Come on, Cuddly, we can do this. Cuddly, we can do this.
Ah, there you go.
Wow.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I don't have to.
Can you get like a
Jason
little
Momoa?
Fu
I
Manchu
don't know
going?
her.
Yeah, you got to get the mustache going.
Oh,
I'll look at his mustache.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Awesome. Full Western.
I love it. I think I found a new style.
And there are people in chat that criticize the opening 45 minutes of non-D&D play. Come on, this is the best part.
Yeah.
Wait, you came here for D&D?
I
I'm
know.
sorry,
Like,
this
yeah.
is a Dead by Daylight exclusive stream. What are you doing?
that joke. That joke is literally every opening, and I hate it so much.
This is Dragons
Every
and
time.
Dungeons, not Dungeons and Dragons. I think you've come to the wrong.
Come to the wrong
Come
place.
to ogres and
Sweetie.
oubliettes.
Come to the
This
wrong
is not
place.
Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kobolds
I
and
prefer my
catacombs.
dragons first. Yeah,
that was a great expansion. I'm just gonna say.
I thought it was
Great expansion.
docs and doofuses.
I mean, that's
yeah.
That works too.
Yeah.
Shall we,
Dachshunds and
Did you want to do the thing though, just for novelty?
and dachshunds.
Yeah.
Do
Dalmatians.
the thing.
There we go.
Thing?
We're doing a thing.
Dachshunds and Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Exactly, Adrian. D and what? I'm just looking at 6 people having fun doing dumb stuff. That's it. That's
Wow, that's like
Wait,
the whole
having
thing.
Isn't
fun?
that just what Twitch is? Isn't
that
it?
is
Pretty much, yeah.
Having fun though.
Yeah.
I should go.
I mean, if you're not, yeah, if you're not having fun, you can
okay.
leave.
I'm sorry. I'll be. Bye.
No, I
Look,
suppose.
I have a
Why?
rule. I have a rule that I've been
No,
enforcing
totally
for
don't.
years.
Yeah.
If you don't have fun, I'm coming for your kneecaps and your firstborn child.
You can
You have to come
both
fight the
kneecaps.
spiders
There you go.
first.
Well, it looks like you're flying twice.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You have to come face the house huntsman first.
I'm gonna say you don't have to worry about the child, but you can have both kneecaps. I'm not really using them that much.
Good to know. Good to know.
Who needs kneecaps?
I mean,
You just
They're like
flounder
elbows.
around anyways.
I like running. Like,
No.
is that no?
Nobody likes running. What are you talking? Oh my
But
god.
imagine how fast you could run if you could overflex your leg the other direction.
Oh my god. Ostrich running! You
Is
shall
that
run
what
like ostriches!
So we're gonna
How do
clop it up.
how do I kick a participant for saying that he liked running? Oh, I can't do that.
Unfortunate.
Okay, it's fine.
But
You
we've
want
had-
me to? I can do that.
Can we play D&D now?
No. No.
No, haven't you watched Stranger Things season 2 and 3? There will be no D&D, no matter how much you ask.
I still need to catch up, my god.
It's just such a good thing. Every episode, can we play D&D now? And everyone's
Yeah.
just like, no,
No.
no, we can't.
We're too busy.
Oh dear.
But yeah, here we are. Let's do the thing. I'm Joseph Poser over at twitch.something.tv. It's me, and I'm running this game, and I'm super tired, and I'm drinking a drink in my trademark glass tankard from my
Aw.
Orb.
D&D, let's go.
I am
Enchilada. Thank you so much
Arthur
for the
in
sub, you
game.
lovely person. I'm
I
glad to have you here.
am just a mess. Both
Enjoy
me
the
and
dungeons
Orb.
and dorks.
Me and Orb. Me and Arthur. And I am drinking beer tonight.
Lovely.
Shocker.
Nice.
Shocker.
Don't have to
Yeah.
call me out like
Participation
that.
award.
That's me. My name's Roju. This is Participation Award. Today I am playing, as always, Gerald, the definitely not a warlock and absolutely 100% a wizard. Tonight I am drinking water out of my milk bottle, and also I have a really interesting blend that I got for an early birthday present from my good friend Epi, which is a mixture of ruby tawny, dark German chocolate, special spices, and 3-year-old brandy. So I'm going to be having a bit of a sip on that tonight.
What?
Special
That
spices.
sounds nice.
We all
Special
know
What are these
that
spices.
means.
special spices?
Look, it just
special
says that that's
spices.
special. Look, I
I'm
don't
gonna-
have any qualifications to say any more than that, really. But there you go.
I'm gonna
On the
disappear
rocks.
from this camera. I'm gonna reappear in Roju's camera in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, if you want, if you want to sip, you're welcome to drop around.
And while
Pretty nice.
Ozzy is running down the street, Jenny, if you'd like to introduce yourself and your character.
Yes, I am Denimation. I play the mighty Dazgus, a human barbarian, and we lost him. Okay,
He's gone.
He's gone.
Ah,
That's okay, because Dazgus, he is a barbarian. He will tank all the damage that you need. He'll protect everybody. And tonight, I'm drinking some green tea
salute.
out of my fancy teacup and pot.
Ozzy, back from having stolen drinks from Roger.
Ah!
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Ozzy Devro. I am playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, and we're currently debating on whether I should remove one of said hands / arms for the greater good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
not.
answer is
For the
yes.
greater good.
The answer is yes.
Please no. Oh God.
Jeez.
Just
It's-
go for it.
I
But
would
last but not
legitimately
least-
think that someone has replaced Rudy, like like that he's possessed or that he's been switched out for some aberration.
He kind of has.
Monster.
Well, let's be real.
I mean,
But wrap it up for us, Cuddly.
Yes, thank you. I am Cuddly Raptor. I am exclusively playing as the little mushroom boy today. No Nana for you. Fuck
Wow.
off. Oh, we just got a big
Wow,
raid.
okay,
No,
jeez.
kidding. So that was well timed. I'm Cuddly Raptor, and I'm playing Madame Melavora, and not exclusively the Mushroom Boy. And yeah, that's it
Oh, well
for
done.
me.
that's beautiful. That's just beautiful.
Don't clip that.
It's moments like these that we
Clip that for the love of God.
Oh dear.
Perfect. But yeah, here we are, back at it. It's Sunday. We're playing D&D. And last week, you, Arthur and Gerald, rushed back to the city to warn the guards and the Midwinter Council of what happened in the mines. You were told to await the rest of your compatriots and wait in your rooms, which you did. You had some time to talk, to think, and eventually you presented the case for the council, and you were simply told that it was going to be dealt with. They had rangers keeping track of whatever the group of creatures heading north were. They were going to investigate what was happening in the mines, and you would eventually possibly be paid based on damages prevented through your intervention in the mines. The next morning as well, after said meeting, you all went to go do some shopping, having been told that 9 days from now, a boat called the Winter's Claw would be made ready for and take you back to the Troll Hat, where you would be able to await the ships that take you back north to the Westershard. And we jump back in with Arthur and Nana.
Oh my god, we're gonna adopt all the pets. Okay, I'm sorry, what's there again?
In the market, standing in front of a short, rotundish man with very thin beard, a fine point, and he is surrounded by crates. It smells of barn, and there are a handful of animals in different containers.
Right.
I love it. You did run through everything that was there. You said there was something that was very leafy?
You did see what looked to be pretty much just a little ball of vines, roots, leaves, but it was definitely moving, and it was inside one of these cages.
It's a tangela.
With leaves on it.
It's an evolved, it's a special form of the okay.
It's the Nullilolan form.
Pull out
Yes,
my
you
Pokeball
saw-
as a bonus action.
You saw the following, looking around. You saw in a larger, ornate, very neatly clean kept cage, you saw a hawk with a hood on.
Oh, the
You
pet
saw
store rack, I'm
in
with
a
you.
wooden box. It looks like a crate made out of wood with openings in it, holes, and you can hear snoring. And you were told there was a badger inside.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Badgers are cool.
There was also what
Badgers
looked
are
to be
cool.
a glass, very much like the rose container from Beauty and the Beast. You saw a glass dome, very oblong, and inside was what looked to be just a floating in the air jellyfish.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
There was also a basket with hissing from inside. There was what looked to be like an elderly dog that's just sitting
Puppo.
and drooling on the ground, just sitting there next
Big
to this
mastiff boy.
store owner. There's also one smaller box that you don't know the contents of, and there is a smaller bird cage with an owl in it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was also one other thing. There was like a cat-sized spider.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the one just that I said you hadn't seen because it would be a enclosed.
Oh, that's
I
right. Yeah.
see.
So
But
Yeah, I really wanted
you
to
were
know what
told
kind of
there was a
spider it was.
spider. Yeah, you were told there was a spider inside it.
all right. What I think Arthur's gonna do is he's gonna grab out his dagger, and he's gonna go up to each sort of cage, and just be like,
Excuse me,
Or
sir.
please.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Please put the dagger away while nearing the animals. We don't want to spook anyone. We don't want to cause a ruckus.
and look, I'm just seeing if it could fit in their
Fredo,
mouths.
heck.
Excuse me. You what now?
Look. Oh, okay, let's put it away. And look, how much is this cool looking hawk?
The hawk. Well, actually, you have a great eye, sir. I present to you this fine hawk. Yes, it's the best specimen. It's pedigree breed, and it is 100% legitimate. I have all the paperwork. It is a spell beast of the rarest kind.
I kind of like start tapping Nana. Nana, Nana.
Well, and the fact
A
that Josie
spell
was smiling
beast.
when she said that makes me think that maybe it's not of the rarest kind, but I don't know. What does Nana know? So, Josie, I just, as a, before we do anything else, I've got 23 gold, 120 silver, and 576 coppers. How much does the entire menagerie cost?
The
Oh my God.
the whole thing total, less than 300.
Okay, we're gonna have to pool our resources, guys. It's fine.
Alright, so I've got about 25 gold.
Pretty sure Goose is with us. Goose
Yeah.
has no idea what's
Yeah,
going
Goose
on.
doesn't
Yeah.
know, but like,
It's just
to
Arthur
me.
and Nana.
I'm
It's
just
the
saying,
it's the
like,
two
you
animal
can't
people.
leave them behind. Like, this isn't. You just can't. What if they need a home? Like, what if?
We're not there.
I
We don't
will
care.
say, for Nana, make a nature check. Really quick,
Oh.
make a
A
animal
nature-
handling. Nature
Oh.
or animal handling.
Or animal handling. Does it matter? Because my nature check is better.
Then
Would it
go with
matter?
the one
You should
want.
probably roll the better one.
Well, you would think so, because I'm not. I don't know. Sometimes this die hates me a little bit. 17,
bit.
baby.
Just a smidgen.
Oh, wait. Does that mean
17?
23? 23. Okay.
Oh, it looks to be all of these creatures, all the ones that you can see, from what you can tell, they all look healthy. All of their enclosures are clean, and you would assume that besides the hawk, most of them are probably kept somewhere else most of the time. But they
Okay.
all look healthy, they don't look sick, they look well taken care of.
They happy?
They look content.
Okay.
Okay, going back to the hawk. Spell Beast, do you have paperwork? I obviously want to see this.
Yes, one moment. And he turns around, goes over to a smaller box, opens it, picks up what looks to be a ledger, starts flipping through. Yes, this hawk has been brought up in the Misty Vale to the far north on the North Shard, and it is indeed through a spoken command word that has been taught over generations for these hawks. It can summon a barrier of powerful wind to protect itself and others.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And it can be yours for the very low, very cheap price of 200 pieces of gold.
200. Well, look,
That's where all the gold's
for
going
such
to.
a low cost at 200, I think I need to see this spell beast in action.
I'm afraid, sir. If we tried to do it here, half the market would be turned upside down, and it would be a terrible thing. I do realize that it seems
I don't want to see
a
that.
bit strange, but I can tell you, for sure. And he takes up just like a little piece of wood, looks like a wand, but it's just like a fine piece of twig, and sort of just very gently pokes the hawk under the wing, and it opens its wings and flutters. You can see the inside of the wings does have runes.
Ooh.
That is very impressive, but I'd like to see what else you've got. I see you've got a adorable looking dog over there.
I was gonna say I've really
yes,
got
yes,
warbands
this
up with
is-
an old dog.
Yes, this is Gustus. Yeah, he's been with me for 15 years now. Haven't you, boy? And just starts rustling the dog's head, and there's just slobber flying everywhere.
Yes.
Well, obviously, I cannot purchase your long life friend off you then.
No, he's not for sale. He's not for sale. Sorry, I know he sits here, but he's more of a guard dog. Yes, he keeps an eye out, keeps me company.
I then like to pat it kindly, just very.
And the dog just sits there. Even when he starts rustling its head, like its fall, just squeezing them, it just sits there.
Oh wow.
Okay, because you know I was gonna go for the old thing first, but that's not an option, so it's just fine. This is good. Dude,
Look,
you should
I
just get
might
floating
have to.
jellyfish. Oh my god.
I might have to come back, but what would be the animal that would be the least expensive here?
Well, the least expensive would probably be the owl.
How
I
much
think.
for the owl?
5 gold.
Mm.
I will take in. No, hang on. Arthur pulls himself back for a second.
Had to jump back from getting that bargain.
Could you show me the L?
Well, sure. And
I was like this big and just like just dead.
back, and it looks like a full-sized owl, like Harry Potter owl.
Like a Snow White
And
barn
just
owl.
holds the cage up and says,
Yep.
well, feel free to inspect, don't poke, don't tap the bars, and puts it down like on a larger crate closer to you.
I pull Nana
And you
over.
can see it's a whitish gray, looks to be native. Definitely
I mean, that's
colored
pretty cool.
for the area. And it's just
Chamomile
sitting there, it's
flowers.
got like just looking around.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty chill out.
Nana, I feel like I should actually ask the group before I buy a pet. I know this sounds very responsible of me.
It does. I'm very confused.
Well, look, I'm not sure if Rudy might have like an allergy or something like that. And I really don't want to be, buying something and then get
you
my
all right,
head
Rudy?
chopped off. So,
Oh, I see. That is very responsible of you.
do you like the owl though, Nana?
I mean, it's a very nice owl. Have a look around. Make sure that you know, you're adopting something. An animal is a lifelong responsibility, Nana. Nana just goes on this like fucking rant about like, once you adopt this owl, it's with you forever. You're not returning it. If you have to return it here, he's going to be so disappointed, and this owl is going to be very sad. And sometimes they really, really, and they just, yeah.
Arthur
that's
does an eye roll,
Yep.
even that the other party could hear. But what do you
That's
reckon
very
about?
responsible of you. I was just gonna buy shit, but you do you, I guess.
What do you? But no, I really actually want the hawk over there, but I'm a bit not. It's a bit expensive, but I don't know if I believe him if it's a spell beast.
Well, it does have runes on it.
But they could be planted there, Nana.
This is very true. Why don't you roll some fucking dice and find out? Or
Wow!
Nana did say that.
Well, Nana, Arthur's not the best at knowing this sort of shit.
I don't know. I don't know what you would roll to like. I feel like he's telling the truth, though. I didn't get any like.
I
weirdness
feel
out
like
of
I
him.
might need to get Gerald over. Like Gerald has been dealing with most of the spell beast sort of equipment and.
Yes, that would be very good. A very good idea.
Is there anything you want to buy here now before we disappear?
Oh, I did want to have a quick look, and I want to go over to the little pile of leaves and vines, and oh my god, where is? So I'm trying to look for speak with plant, but I don't know where it went. I always have it should be here. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Wait, Nana can legit be poison ivy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I
pretty
don't know.
cool.
I assume speak with plant is here, but I just can't find it. It's cool. I guess.
Check
I
your
could
spells.
speak with animal.
I did.
I could speak.
Druidcraft, produce flame. No, it's not an animal. It's a plant. Well, it might be an animal. I don't really know. If it's a Pokemon and it's a plant Pokemon, is it a plant or is it an animal? This is food for thought. No, I'm not gonna Thorn Whip it.
Can
That would be really
Arthur
rude.
can Arthur try to speak animal with it? He's gonna cast.
Yeah, do that.
So
You could just
You-
interview all the
you want
animals.
to cast? You can't speak with animals.
Oh my
You
God, you
feel
could
the
actually.
spell take effect. You feel your understanding spread to minute details in behavior, reading the animal's body languages, and what do you want to say to which creature?
Well, I'm gonna go up to the leafy thing that Nana's looking at.
Anything.
And I'm just gonna go simply, hello.
And you speak, and nothing happens.
Oh,
I then go,
Oh.
hello.
No visible
Can
reaction.
hello, can you hear me? Move if you can.
Move if you can. Oh my god.
Just dive if you can understand me.
And you hear from the cage, the owl says, "It's a plant, you dum dum."
I love
we
this
go.
sort of thing. I
Getting sassed by the owl.
Yes, that's the owl.
Please buy the owl so you can be sassed forever.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Yes.
I sort of get taken back because obviously I wasn't expecting the owl to talk. Arthur sort of sits there and goes, "Yes, of course. What?"
Okay. I'm ready. I found it.
The,
wait, where is
the
it?
ranger who talks to
There
animals,
it
can't
is.
talk to animals, and then is shocked when an animal talks
I
to
am
him.
speaking with
I
it as we
wasn't
speak.
expecting it.
Surprise
I found
Pikachu.
I would like to speak with the plant and say, "Well, hello there. Can you hear me?"
And the shrub, the ball of plant life starts moving, and pieces of it gets pulled back, and you see what looks to be a face, a small face, and it looks like a face in very basic manners of structure, where the eyes are instead just hollows made out of shadow, and same with the mouth. But there is a facial structure that appears and says, "Hello."
Oh, it's so fucking cute. I hate this. Okay.
I want to see Nana Maribora just like raging in this
Fuck, you
fucking
know I'm about
market
to.
square because it's so cute.
It's so fucking cute. Nana would like to say, "Do you have a name?"
No.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna legitimately cry.
And as you're talking, the face starts moving up, and all of the shrubbery starts like slowly crawling downwards, and it takes on what looks to be a humanoid shape. But there are leaves here and there. Its entire
It's so
structure is
cute.
basically made out of vines and roots. And
Oh,
but it eventually turns into this like 1 foot tall humanoid shape.
That's so
It's
cute.
like a little
Okay,
leafy Groot.
Yeah.
What does the shopkeeper sort of make of this?
I don't know.
The shopkeeper, as you're talking to the animals, the shopkeeper seems to be fidgeting with a necklace of sort, and it's just looking on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Business as usual.
Nana would like to ask the little majig. I happened upon your little cage here, and I was wondering if you would like to be adopted by me.
Can you afford it? Oh no,
What
sorry.
is it?
I don't know,
Adopted?
but I'm gonna fucking try.
What does adopted mean?
Oh, adopted means you can come live with me, and I belong to a guild, so sometimes I go on adventures outside, and you can come with if you want.
What's outside?
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking cry, Josie.
This sheltered little indoor plant person.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Josie has
But
your number, Cuddly.
Adventure sounds fun.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go and see the shopkeeper, and we'll see what we can work out. Okay?
Okay.
And then
She's
I
always
go over
like, "How much?"
immediately to the shopkeeper and say, "How much for your adorable pile of leaves?"
And the shopkeeper lets go of the necklace and says, "Well, I mean, I grew it myself, but 10 gold pieces I feel is a fair price. Yeah."
What?
Oh, okay, okay. What do you think, Arthur? I know I'm not very good with money. I'm just a little old, and she pulls like the old senile kind of card, so that I can ask Arthur about it.
Arthur's gonna sort of like stop talking to the owl because while you've been doing that, he's lost focus of the plant and gone speak to the smart ass owl. The plant. How much? Sorry.
Oh, 10 gold pieces. What do you think?
That's
Can you tell
very...
me more about the plant? She kind of is going back and forth between the. shopkeeper.
Then the shopkeeper says, well, the reason it's at a higher price is because, well, as I said, I grew it myself. It's a quasi-magical creature. It was fairly difficult to cultivate, I will be honest, but the upside is you don't really have to... The husbandry is quite simple. It just needs nurturing soil to sit in at night, sunlight, preferably every few days. It doesn't really eat.
I'm really worried that that the fiddling with the necklace was like, this plant is just a normal fucking plant, but I can deal with that.
As you're looking, the plant's structure, it looks like it's standing facing the same direction, but as you're looking, the vines move and it looks like the face just twists around to look at you.
Exorcist style.
I was
More like
Right.
the vine structure moves like waves to just shift the face.
I see. Yeah,
Arthur
I'm
sort
okay
of
with that.
Arthur sort of turns to Nana, going, Nana,
Yes, Arthur.
have you spoken to it? Because I tried to and I couldn't.
Oh no, it is a plant, Arthur, not an
Right.
animal. So
So ideal for you, Nana. Ideal for you.
I assume it would be for me to speak to, not you.
Have you promised it anything yet? I know you promised things, Nana.
No. Why would I do anything like that? I just asked if it wanted to maybe come on an
Oh,
adventure.
Nana, you've already raised its hopes. You have to buy him now.
Oh no, Cuddly's going for her gold. Oh no.
Oh no!
Well, it's a
Cuddly's going for the gold.
good thing Gerald's gonna wrestle Rudy to get a hold of all this gold back in Mork shop. So
Oh my god. Yeah, I would. You know what? I'm gonna adopt it. Who the fuck is allergic to plants? If you can deal with my little mushroom boy, you can surely deal with a little plant. Yes, Nana would like to adopt.
And
Yes?
the proprietor says, well, perfect. Let's get some paperwork going. I'd like to keep receipts of all the purchases,
Oh,
just
that
to make
makes
sure
sense,
that
yes.
everything is done properly. Also, so let's just write up real quick. I've got here we go. You're buying a purchase of a twig blight to the price of 10 gold pieces.
What the fuck is a twig blade? I'm sure it'll be
Nana
fun.
would know that it is a type of
Oh, I
plant creature.
see.
It is
I
a
see. Oh, they get
you-
big, Josie. Oh, it's fine. It's fine, Josie. It's fine. Everything grows up, so it's
hold
fine.
on, did we go from Nana telling Orb off for rushing in to buy a creature, and then Nana just going off, rushing off and buying a creature?
See, the difference is that Nana knows that this is a lifelong, she knows that this is a lifelong thing that she needs to, she can't give it away. Obviously, she needs to provide for it after her death, should that happen. So, yeah, that's where the mushroom comes in. So really, they're kind of co-parenting at this point.
Wait, will it actually be the pet for the mushroom?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of both of us,
But-
really.
a paper is prevented on like a portable writing desk, and a
Okay.
quill is handed to you and says, "Just please sign your name here." There's and he flips over the paper. There's a copy underneath to sign as well. We all get each copy, and I will then present you with your purchase. Feel free to
Awesome.
sign, and hands it over.
Nana will read the entire thing, small print included.
There isn't really a lot of small print. It
Okay.
is literally just a description of the purchase, what you're
Okay.
purchasing, and how much you're paying. There's a signature where it looks like the proprietor has signed. It looks like a very stylish cursive
Oh,
Timothy.
very. Yes. All right. Well, Nana will sign. I'm removing the gold now. That definitely wasn't an impulse buy, so you can know if you saw me impulse buying a plant. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
And
Did not.
Cuddly
as you
would
hand it back
never
over,
impulse
Timothy
buy a
says,
plant.
everything seems to be in order, takes one of the slots of paper off the writing desk and hands it back to you.
Nice. And
Then it opens
take
up
it.
what looks to be a larger chest that is under a tarp. Opens it up, and takes out what looks to be just a big, looks like an urn, like a terracotta pot.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
It just lifts it up and just pretty much opens the cage, and the twig blight turns back into looking like just a huge wall of vines and roots, and it just pretty much rolls into the plant.
Tumbleweed.
into the pot, and you can see roots just digging down into the soil in the pot, and he then
Lovely.
holds it over to you.
Well, Nana kind of gets her cloak around it, so it's kind of like a little sheltered from the wind, and says, "Okay, I'm ready to go."
Well, no, I want to just talk to this owl for a little bit.
Oh, yes, definitely. And yep.
Well, do you have a name first, owl? Have you been given a name?
Yes, you may call me Madeline.
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 Oh, that's actually.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
flirt,
no.
don't flirt with the owl, Lord.
Arthur. It's an owl.
Arthur, it's an owl.
How long have you been in the cage for? Do they let you out?
I'm let out every now and then, sure, on a leash, but
On a leash.
they let me hunt. But it's not like the leather strap they put to the dog, the mutt over there. It's like a fine thread. I can go for very long. They let me out on flights during the night. It's all good. I don't really mind.
Look, I quite like your attitude. If I need a friend and I need to bring with someone with me, would you be interested?
Can you guarantee food and shelter? Because that's what I get here. That's the one big improvement from living in the wild. Let me tell you, I have
Yeah?
not a single worry.
Look, I go on adventures. We camp. You know, you won't have to be in a cage at all. You can fly. The only thing is, when we get to inns, you might have to go into their little animal sanction there. But you know, you'll have pretty much full range. But the only thing is, I need to talk to Rudy. He's one of the people in my companion. I feel like he could have allergies. You know,
Understandable.
Rudy.
Yes.
so. But if I was to come back for you, you be keen?
I'd be very keen. Frankly, I thought for a moment that you were gonna go for the other dum-dum over there, and the owl very clearly nudges its head, twists it towards the hawk.
I fucking love this.
This owl is
this
so
owl.
sassy. Oh
Is
my
this-
god, I love her.
Does the
Do
hawk
I-
actually
do
say
I
anything?
hear the hawk in
Yeah.
response to that?
The hawk just sits there, still. It's like completely still. It hasn't moved since its
The
feathers
hawk is
were
a
ruffled
himbo.
by the proprietor.
The hawk is a himbo.
Himbo.
Confirm.
All right. I say to the owl, can I just pet you softly before I go?
You may.
And I come and put my fingers, and I pat, and Arthur already in his mind is, I have bought this. I need to convince my friends. Hey, Nana.
Oh yes.
And I sort of turn away from the owl, hoping it doesn't hear me, obviously. Nana, I really want to buy this owl, but I want to just check with anyone first. Do you think I should just buy it, or do you think I should check?
Check for what? She says as she hugs her plate.
Arthur turns around and goes, sir.
Yes. And you see now, you see the proprietor has turned that looks like a little family. It looks like parents and a child have walked up, and they're petting the child is like petting the dog, and he's standing over there talking. Yes. How may I help you?
Do you have supplies for the owl if I was to purchase him? Or her, sorry, it's her.
Sure. If you want to purchase the owl comes to 5 gold pieces, but if you would like to purchase some basic necessities as well, the cage I will throw in. But if you want to buy maybe some food, some and some such, I'd say another 2 gold pieces, and I'd set you up for a few days. Yes.
Okay, I'd like enough food for probably about a week.
A week?
Okay. Yeah, a week's worth of food. And I'll be coming to see you just before we actually leave for some more food as well. So if you have some more spare, I'll come and purchase them off of you as well. But yeah, sure. I then, Arthur sort of grabs out 7, but he does the 1.
Oh my god.
2, 3, and just puts the rest in.
And Nana just
talks
and, plan. Like, he's worse than I am.
Yeah. And then the plant goes, who's worse than who?
He's so cute! Stop it. She just pats his head. I'll talk to you later.
And it just like the vines just move and it turns into a soft little smile and it says, I like you.
Oh, so
Nice.
cute.
Don't cry at stream, Cuddly. Don't do it.
And papers are written up as well for the purchase of the owl. You're handed the cage as well as what looks to be a spool of fine thread, which you are told you can tie around its foot when you let it out of the cage, and you get what looks to be like a folded pieces, folded parchment with what looks to be raw meat in it. And the proprietor says, well, she only really needs to eat every day or every other day or so. You don't want to overfeed her or she will get sluggish and tired.
Okay, thank you.
He's gonna overfeed
Thank you.
her. 100%.
But thank you for your purchase.
Nana.
Have
Thank
a
you.
good day. And,
Arthur wants to shake his hand. He feels like he's made a
yeah,
good...
he shakes it robustly. Like,
and Arthur wants to
thoroughly.
just squeeze that little bit harder, because he's really appreciated.
Good solid
Yeah.
shake.
And you're handed the cage.
All right, I turn to Nana. I'm like, Nana, I think we have made the bestest of purchases today. I've got my my owl friend, and I'm like waiting for a response. Just nothing. Okay.
The owl sits there. She starts just like preening herself.
All right. So
Yeah.
So Nana, this is Madeline.
Oh, hello, Madeline. I haven't cast Speak with Animals, so you probably can't understand me, but this plant can, so it's fine. Can you cast both at the same time? You can.
As long as they're not concentration spells.
They might need. They
It would
might be.
it would depend on if there are concentration spells. Or not.
That's okay. I won't cast it, but I want to know for later for science. Yes.
For science.
For science.
Science.
Where
Yeah,
do you want to go
later.
next? Are you going to go back towards the inn, or are you going to head towards the tower where you know your friends are?
Arthur's very excited, so he wants to sort of head back to where the friends are, because he wants to show off his owl.
Yeah. And Nana's gonna go too. Yeah, for sure.
So as you start leaving the market with your new purchases, speaking to your new purchased friends, we do hop over to the base level, the entrance, the storefront of the Scrysicle, where you are all standing now with this arm made out of metal and other synthetic materials on the desk, and you've got Fifth Eye Morg excitedly fingering the thing, wearing these thick spectacles with the...
Oh no, I froze. Oh no, my internet.
So, how do we want to do? Do you want to trade it in? Do you want to use it? What's the plan?
Sorry, Jesse, I froze up. My internet froze up there for a second. Could you just repeat that last bit for me?
Just eccentric talking, like, so what are we doing? You're trading? Do you want maybe some in-store credit? Do you want gold? Do you want gems? Do you want spell components or services?
Oh, well, there's many things that could be of use, Morg. Did you mind if I call you Morg, or do you insist on the fifth eye?
Well, looks around. When there's no other customers, you may call me Morg.
Oh, very kind. There's a few things that I have interest in, and I'm sure there's possibly some services that my companions could certainly take advantage of that you might offer here potentially. But
Yes. The big one mentioned wanting to check in with someone, and I do have, as I mentioned, you may use
of
the
course,
Syrinscape.
and that of course would be a small part of the recompense for this unique artifact.
Yes. I'd say services up to a value of, say, 500 gold, I'd be willing, or in-store credit. Items. Spells.
We could buy that whole animal thing.
500 gold isn't bad.
Do you need anything special for those, those rare spells?
Yes, seeing as it would be more in trade than in direct monetary value, perhaps we could do a little bit better than 500 for such a unique piece.
Make your persuasion check.
No worries. Where is my persuasion? There it is.
And looking around, Goose, you would see looking around what you would assume the item Gerald has mentioned before. You see in a glass casing, it's a wooden box with a glass top, and it locked, sealed. You see what looks to be just looks like a metal pole with just a ball of metal on the end.
How big's the ball in the end?
Bowling ball size.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's a metal bowling ball on a big old metal stick.
Hell yeah!
we love this.
My persuasion was 16.
The 16. Morg squirms for a bit, and you can see a bit of like the hunch starts vibrating ever so slowly.
I know how much he wants
600! 600!
You know,
Oh my God.
I always knew you were a very shrewd business person, Morg. I think that would be an acceptable amount. Very generous.
Fine. Yes. 600. So you're selling it to me? It's mine? The arm is mine now?
Yes, and trade for 600 gold worth of goods and or services.
And there's a moment where Morg reaches to grab the arm and then ever so slowly cocks his head up and looks at Rudy. Agreed?
Well, Morg, it feels like I've had an internal monologue of at least 7 days worth of thought. Yes, it's a deal. It's a deal, Morg.
Oh,
The arm is yours.
Wonderful. And Morg immediately starts wrapping it up again.
However, if you do, for whatever enlightenment you do find from it, feel free to get in contact with us.
Yes,
I
of course.
Very
I
much
mean,
like to...
that was a previously mentioned part of the deal, of course, that you would share any discoveries that become from this. Fantastic.
Definitely. And you see Morg turns around and you just hear you hear what sounds to just the rush of air, a loud thud behind the counter, and then Morg puts the arm away, and you hear again just a
Oh yeah. Very good. Well, while you wanted me to have a look after your shop as well while you took.
Well, if you want to use the Scrysicle, definitely. It would be fine if you would just stay here. Tell anyone who walks in that I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
And Morg stretches to his full height and now stands like a foot above Gerald and Rudy, and just looks over towards Goose. Did you want to check in with your friend?
Oh yes, I would love to. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Oh, perfect.
And did you want me to come behind the counter or just stay here and?
No, please just stay here. Just say that I'll be right back, if anyone comes in.
Very
Sir, Rudy, I believe, did you want to come along and see? Or
Yeah, why not?
would you like
Why
to
not?
peruse?
I think you should, Rudy. It'd be.
I'll-
I would like to
yeah.
see myself, but I've obviously taken on this duty.
Gerald, I will document it with my mind and regale the tale to you on our return.
Oh, please do.
Now this way, please. And slouches back down and lifts a section of the counter and just gestures for Rudy and Goose to come back through.
Heads on it.
And you're led
You guys being very
behind the
careful
back
not to
door.
Bump into anything.
Yeah, you're led behind the back door
Bullet
where you
China
can
shop.
see. Yeah, you can see what looks to be like lots of storage. There are crates, vases, boxes, chests all over, and at the very far end there's a set of stone stairs that lead up, and you are led up 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floors, 5th floor. Opens up into just a large chamber, and it's cold. It is the ceiling looks see-through. You can see the sky above yourselves. We're starting to hit near noon. And in the middle of this room, you see what looks to be a massive basin made out of ice, carved out of ice. And on the ground, you've got runes for all manners of runes in scriptures, large circles, definitely big stuff magic going on here. And Morg walks over to this large basin and says, well, if you please, Mr. Goose, place your hands, and you can see what looks to be a section where there is like 2 imprints of hands. And just think of whom you want to see. Just picture them as vividly as possible, if you please.
Oh, okay.
And from a drawer, Morg fetches some things, all manners of like liquids, vials, and little urns and boxes, and starts pouring something into this massive basin, throws in what looks to be some sort of herbs, some crystals, and starts stirring with a finger. And this basin is like, we're talking nearly 2 meters across. It's big. And just the smallest motions of his hands, the water starts swirling around. Swirling, faster and faster. And says, just focus, clear image.
I would like to see the beautiful, the elegant, the swamp princess of this swamp, who happens to be a swan.
And as you say this, Rudy, you see
Amazing.
the water. It's going rapidly quick, and it pretty much has the resemblance of a herbal bath at this point. There's just so much in it. And all of a sudden, it just freezes over. Like, in an instant, all the liquid just turns to... It's frozen solid. And you can see a clear... It's just completely clear and smooth on the surface. And instead of seeing herbs and little crystals and whatnot floating around, it just goes incredibly, perfectly translucent. And then you see what looks to be a woman dressed in dirty but well-made robes. It looks like a noble you would recognize growing up where you have. It looks like the clothing of a high noble, someone definitely highborn, but they are worn and dirty. And you see a woman who is ushering some children inside a house. And her hair is pure white, long feathers. Her hands are also feathered. She's got, where skin is revealed, it looks prickly and bumpy.
Swan.
Yeah.
And her eyes, as she's looking around, you can see her. And Goose, looking down, you can definitely see her. And she's ushering some children around inside a house. Looks like she's helping them pack. They're putting things into sacks, into little pouches. Someone walks in out of view. She turns around and starts talking, but you can't hear anything. It seems to be only a visual representation. And but she looks like she's talking very quickly, very sternly. She turns around, and her demeanor becomes soft towards the children. She looks around again, and you can see, while she doesn't have a beak of any kind, there's definitely the semblance. Her nose protrudes just a little bit further. Her eyes are completely black, they look like, and the feathers go down in between her eyebrows, down into her face and on her cheekbones. And she holds herself as well, very nobly. And she then walks out the house, and it looks like the feed just follows. The visual follows, always keeping her in center. And she steps outside.
As I last saw her.
Rudy
And
butters.
she steps
Well, I'll be
outside,
damned. She's actually a swan.
I wasn't joking.
You weren't, Goose. Wait till the others hear this.
You look over, and Morg as well just cocks his head, just like.
Oh. Oh. Morg, back off. This is Goose's.
You see, as she's heading towards the outside of a building, she lifts her skirts up, and as she steps outside barefooted, you do realize all of the ground is just wet mud.
Oh.
It's just wet mud all over. She just pulls her clothes up even higher. She almost sinks down to halfway up the calf, and she just starts sloshing through. And you can not fully.
Oh.
That's what
it looks like. It looks like her toes are ever so slightly longer and webbed, but they're not like full on.
That's cool.
That's worse.
That's beautiful.
My regal swamp swan princess.
Oh, sorry, Goose. Sorry,
But there is a moment. She looks like she's talking to someone else. She looks around, she nods, and she rolls up her sleeves, and they look like they've been torn. Like they looked as normal sleeves at first, but they seem to be torn at the underside. And she rolls them up ever so carefully. She holds her arms out, and the feathers grow into full wings as she takes off into the air, and the feed then it just like ice cracking. The surface ripples, breaks, and Morg says, I hope everything was as you expected. I can't really control what we see. Sorry, compared to a usual using of the scry spell, there's no sound when doing it this way. It is the drawback of being able to show it, I'm afraid. Shall we see ourselves down to your friend?
Wait, I can't see her anymore.
I'm afraid it lasts only for a limited amount of time.
I was enough to see her again. So beautiful and regal with her webbed feet. And with that, we saw him down.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Down in the actual shop, though, Gerald, there is what looks to be the door does open after a few minutes. And walking in, you see a family. You see what looks to be a middle-aged human woman. She's on the shorter side. She's got tan skin, dark hair, almost black, just tough, looks rough and coarse. She walks in next to a man who's a little bit taller, and as well as what looks to be a young, maybe early 20s, late teens figure, and they walk in, and the younger one says, Mom, calm down. It'll be fine. We've got the money. We'll ask Morgue. I swear, if anyone can make it out there for this long, it's her. I'm telling you, she's alive. And the mother goes, how do you know? We haven't had as much as a message. We haven't heard anything. And the man goes, now, let's just ask. We won't know anything until we check. And they all walk up towards you, Gerald, because you're the only one in this entire store.
I sort of look around to see if Fifth Eye Morgue is like, hello, yes.
Is Fifth Eye Morgue here? We were hoping to use the special.
Oh, yes. The special.
The thing where you can. We were told that we need to find out what's happening to our daughter. We were told to come here.
Oh,
and ask for the special service.
The scrying. After a scrying.
Service, huh?
Yeah, I think
yes.
that's it. They look at each other like.
Yes, you're trying to remotely locate a thing or a person and get a look at it. Is that?
Yes. You see, our daughter should have been back a long time ago. We're a little bit worried. And at this point, the rest do come down.
Yeah, so Fifth Eye Morgue will be back in just. Here they are.
Customers, I see. Morgue just scampers over, opens the desk for Goose and Rudy to leave, closes it, and says, how may I help you? And the family says, we were hoping to check in on our daughter. We were told to come here, and they just look at the rest of you all and put a pouch, like the clinks on the counter, and Morgue says, yes, you don't need to be so secretive. These fine folks just use the scrycicle. It's all good. And opens the pouch, says, seems to be in order, and puts it inside the robes. If you'd follow me, please, and on the way up, please just describe the person you're looking for. Keep a clear image in your minds, and we'll see what we can see, okay? Now, looks over. Where did you all want to purchase anything else, or were you?
I did have some further inquiries. Yes.
Okay, if you just give me a few minutes, then I'll be right back.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Okay.
And
Morgue and this family disappears behind as well.
Gerald.
Yes.
Gerald. And Rudy gets in close to Gerald and whispers in and goes, "She's a swan. She's actually a swan."
I think Goose said that she's a swan princess. Was it?
No, Gerald. Actually, a swan, but
As
big.
in, what, like a dire swan?
With webbed toes.
Rudy's not well.
Like an actual, just a,
Okay.
actually
No.
just
Okay.
a bird.
Look at Goose.
Just yes.
Think Goose.
Goose is just looking off in the distance, she was so beautiful.
Yes.
But
Goose is also not actually a goose. You know that, Rudy. Do you know that Goose is not
but
actually a goose?
No, Gerald, no, you're not making sense here. Just
I don't think it's me that's not making sense, my friend.
Goose, but as a woman with feathers, webbed toes.
Right.
That's the Swan Princess.
But that's not actually a swan.
But it may as well be. She had feathers.
Well, yes, you have hair, but you're not a dog.
How dare you?
I said you're not a dog, Rudy.
I mean,
okay, so it's a human that has feathers and webbed feet,
yes,
or a humanoid.
possibly.
Right. That's. I mean.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation. You should have seen these feet.
Look. I will not.
Red feet
I don't hold any judgment over the kind of things you're into, Rudy. But I have no interest in her feet. That's between you and your gods.
And Daskus just kind of walks up to Rudy's like, "You're into who?"
Oh, he was just telling me about how fascinating your friend's feet are.
How lovely the Swan Princess was. Like, I had no idea of.
No, don't be. You don't need to be coy. We're amongst friends.
And, Goose.
Did you see your? Did you get to see your friend Goose? Are they all right? Are they?
Yes. She seemed a little troubled. But she was just looking so radiant and beautiful. Her feathers were as pure as white as when I saw her last.
Okay.
But she was ushering these little children, like helping them pack and everything. I couldn't hear what she was saying.
Helping them pack with do you know these children? Are they? Because you seem to think that there was something awful happening there, and I just wanted to know whether it was still a pressing issue, or whether she seemed to have everything in hand, or how urgent is this task?
I couldn't see if she was. So she seemed to be in a rush. I couldn't tell if she was worried or concerned, but definitely rushed. She was talking to a lot of people. But
I see.
It seemed that when she went outside, there was lots of mud. Very high, unusual to see in a village. She had to wade through it. This could be the.
I feel like mud is a fairly common occurrence in villages generally, Goose.
But this was all the way up to her knees.
Well, that's a lot of mud. Is that not something?
Well, she spoke of the swamp coming into the village. I've seen the village before. It's nothing like.
And is the swamp not normally that deep?
Oh, when you're in the middle of the swamp, yes, but this village is separate from the swamp.
Oh,
it looks like the swamp, how it's
village.
coming into the village. This must be what they were talking about.
Well, I mean...
Or what she mentioned in her letter.
I guess geography does change over time, does it not?
She looked very concerned about it, though. Everyone looked concerned about it.
I mean, I would be concerned about my town becoming a swamp as well. It does seem like a bit of a pickle.
It just gets. I'm just more concerned now.
It's all right, Goose. Rudy puts a hand on Goose's
exactly,
shoulder.
and sort of Gerald sort of like lightly sort of taps on a bicep, I guess. It sounds like she's okay though. So I hope hopefully that puts you at ease somewhat.
To see the swamp encroach on the village so much though.
I can understand that be troubling, but I don't know if that's something that we can help with. I don't know if that's within our capabilities.
Well, the swamp is supposed to be protected. It's not supposed to encroach this far.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there's some form of gigantic swamp.
Is there something that normally you say? So the town is normally protected from the swamp. Is that what you mean?
Let me bring out the letter. It pulls out the letter. Reads over
at this point, Nana and Arthur, you step inside the tricycle.
Woo!
Arthur's got the
party
biggest
has arrived.
grin.
Arthur, Nana, welcome.
You'll hide from that purchase. Woohoo!
Fifth Eye Morgue will be right back.
Arthur, is that out?
Nana also bought something as well.
Oh, I don't know why you're blaming
Nana has
me.
a bag of holding.
Yes, just a bag of holding and not a pot. Nope. Just the bag.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, is that the new vegetables you bought, Nana? Oh, let me have a taste.
No, these are not eating. No, that's it. These are only for petting. Yes, just a very new,
What is it, Nana?
It's moving. Gerald, it's moving.
Oh.
What is it?
The
A
vines
Oh,
are
is
moving.
this...
A twig blight. Right?
Yeah.
This is my new friend. It's a twig blight.
Twig
and
blight.
Will be joining us
Blight's
on
not a
our
good word.
adventures. It's a fun
Rudy, I've
word.
never heard of
I
blight
don't
being a
want-
good word.
She puts her finger on whoever the fuck is talking. I think it's Rudy.
It's both of us.
We don't say bad things about our new little friend who just got
Couldn't it have
outside
been
for the
called a
first time
twig
in their
hug
life.
or a twig good plant or
This is
anything
a twig
other than
good
blight?
blend, okay? Yes.
No, you've already said blight, Nana. The cat's kind of
Oh,
out of the
well, I
bag, or the
misspoke.
plant is kind of out of the
Nana misspoke.
pot.
Nana's just, you know, so old, so
Don't give me that,
old.
Nana. We've been around each other long enough to know that, to not fall for that
Okay, I
one.
said blight, but you know what? It's fine.
I think, look, actually, you know, now that I think about it,
Nana,
it is
I will-
Nana we're talking
I will
about.
trust
Nana-
you with this.
Yeah.
Just like the very clawed mushroom friend you have. Look, it hasn't killed me yet, so
Yet.
you know. I'll trust you to take care of the blight part. Can you at least promise me you'll keep the blight part away and so we only have to deal with the plant part or the vine part?
Yes, absolutely. And she's kind of petting the little thing, and I don't know if it makes a face at this point, but it'd be really funny if it did, because I think that would freak Gerald out. It was just so lonely, and it had never been outside, and I just thought, you know, it was just sitting there. It doesn't even have a name. We have to name it, and we have to make sure it has nice soil. And she's just going on, and she kind
Gerald
of
sort of
trails off
just
as she,
turns
like,
away.
turns around, like,
I think we'll just leave that to Nana.
But what about the owl in the room, so to speak?
I mean, it's an
Well-
owl, isn't it? Is it trained? Is the owl?
It is trained. You know, I did speak to it. I did speak to Madeline.
Oh, yes, you have that ability.
Yes, and
Right.
Madeline is the bestest of birds.
Madeline, okay.
Yes, and I'm gonna pet like her under a beak when I'm just saying that the bestest of birds.
Very
And,
well.
Yeah, and well, look, I think a bird on our team is going to be really good for recon, and Arthur just sort of starts like trying
Trying to
prove the
sell it.
point why we need a bird, and like if we need
Look.
aerial support, we got that.
As
Yeah,
long
we need
as
an alarm that we got the
and
owl.
and then
Look,
and
it seems like a hoot, but as long as you take care of it, but as long as you take care of it and I don't have to deal with it and it doesn't try and claw me or peck me and things, I'm fine with it. It
Madeline
sounds
would
like
be
it could be helpful. I mean, assuming that it is actually trained and you haven't just been had.
Well, Madeline will listen to me. And this is just Orb's voice. Now, I just have to say, Cuddly, thank you for typing that into the chat and not saying it. Because that was not
God.
really nice. That would have got the panther on us.
Panther.
Wow. Rudy,
Well,
Rudy crouches down so he's like eye level with Madeline and just sort of like tries to like catch her face and go, I'm sorry, Madeline. And gets up and walks away.
And as you're doing this, the family that previously left into the back room comes back out, and they seem the mother and the father, they look kind of stern, and the mother sighs a bit. Well. I guess
welcome
she's
back.
alive at least. She's alive at least. And the younger man says, I told you she'd be fine. Now, I don't know about the people she's traveling with, but she looks clothed, fed, fine.
Welcome
Nice
back.
request.
Did you? It sounds like you were
And,
able to.
Then
see
the
the girl?
dad, as they're walking past it, kind of not really paying attention to you, the dad scratches his head and said, was that orc carrying a gnome on his back? And they just head out.
What? What?
Hang on.
I'm sorry, what?
And Morgan steps back behind the counter and says, "Oh, and are you all customers? Would you like to purchase anything?"
Arthur kind of gets excited and walks forward. this might sound silly, but do you have like an item I can put on my owl that can make it speak common? Us, you and I.
I mean, I could probably fashion something. I don't have anything in stock.
What would that cost?
I mean, quite a hefty amount if you want it to be a permanent thing. If you want to be able to have a talking owl, that's quite a hefty thing. Because I mean, even proficient spellcasters can only do it a certain number of times per day. It requires resources, time, and effort.
Okay. Gerald.
Yes.
I need some help over here. I want to make Madeline be able to talk all the time. And the person here says it's going to take a hefty sum and some time to acquire that.
Yes.
I believe that would be true.
Probably, yes.
I would like a sort of ballpark figure just to sort of, find funds if I need to. What would you think would be a ballpark figure, since you do magic, after being like just all magic items go to?
Well, I respect that you ask me. However, I've not personally created any magic items before. All that I have has been acquired otherwise. I think the person you really want to ask is Morg here, who would be the person that would be providing you the service.
Okay.
I
just want to make sure I don't get ripped off.
Oh, certainly. I mean,
say that right in front of Morg.
Yeah, Morg definitely.
You come into his store.
Yeah. Right.
Like this.
Put it this way,
Can we
Arthur.
strike Arthur's name from our tab that we've got, please? I don't.
No.
I don't want Arthur to have access to the tab.
What tab, Rudy?
Sorry. What tab?
Tab?
Pay him no mind, Arthur. So essentially, it works the way that the more powerful the spell and the longer you want it to last, the more the gold cost, essentially.
Okay.
For something even simply uncommon, it could well be in excess of 200 gold.
Dang. Do we even know that?
If you want to be able to make this owl speak permanently, I would say the monetary value would easily come in the 4 digits.
4 digits?
Yes.
Let me know, even
Well
though casting
beyond our
a
means.
spell such as speaking with animals or beasts might seem simple, it does still require resources. And do you understand how many times said spell must be imbued into the same object? Those resources expended over and over and over and over a long period of time to make sure that the effect really sticks.
Okay.
This might even be something that's partially within your own capabilities, Arthur, but potentially with my assistance even. You do have the spell speak with animals.
Yes,
We could
I can talk.
certainly look into it.
I was just hoping there could be something a little bit more permanent.
That could be within our
trinket though. Maybe that because it only lasts for 10 minutes. You see, so if I make it for an hour, at least they fly somewhere and come back. I can still talk, sort of. Is that in the realm of being cheaper?
I mean, Arthur, you have the spell at your command whenever you wish it. Surely, yes.
It takes quite a toll on me. That's all.
Is it a cantrip or a level 1 spell?
No, it's a level 1 spell.
Right. I mean, again, if this is because I've been thinking of dabbling in creating some or enchanting some items myself. Perhaps. With perhaps your powers and my knowledge combined, perhaps we can attempt at least to fashion something ourselves.
Oh, okay, I like that idea.
It would take a long time, potentially a lot of resources, but it might be because seeing as we absolutely do not have anything close to 4 digits worth of funding. It's not even worth inquiring at a retail level.
Okay, thank you so much for that, for Gerald. I was I keep trying to say Gerald, but it's coming up Road.
Wow.
Did you just growl seductively at Gerald, Arthur? What is
Yes.
this?
I wouldn't really have anything else except unless you got arrows sort of lying around, or.
No, that would not be my specialty, I'm afraid. I do have... I mean, you mentioned the word trinket. I do have one trinket for sale.
Well, continue,
But it doesn't
please.
allow you to speak with beasts.
Oh, I'm interested in all things, though, but what is the trinket as such?
Well, it is... let me show you. And walks to exit through the counter, and as Morg starts showing you around the store properly, we'll go on our quick little break.
Josie, I want you to be proud of me. I just updated my own character sheet with a pet that said Twig Blight.
Yay!
Yay!
Well done.
Lovely.
I didn't even have to ask.
Is
Doing
my
great.
is my owl a giant owl, or I'm just trying to?
No, it's just an owl.
A regular.
Okay.
It's a
Man,
giant.
wanted to be
Oh,
giant.
I got this owl.
You've got a bloody harpy owl that's half the size of a person.
No, it's just like clutching him by the shoulders. Like,
Yeah, harpy owl.
I'm
Harpy
just
owls
trying
are
to.
enormous.
I'm just trying to make it so, like, when I do stuff, I can just, All right,
No, it's
that's
just
good.
an owl.
Owl. It's a tiny owl, tiny beast. Okay,
Yep.
that'll do.
Your regular old owl.
cool.
My little
We'll
owl.
go
And
We're
quick
not
break
going
for
to-
those who need it.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, what is this neutral evil I'm seeing here on the Twig Blight? It's fine. Cool.
It's-
Anyway,
look.
bye! I mean...
No,
Evil.
listen. That's their base alignment in the monster manual. That's all
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Nature
That doesn't
versus
mean that
nurture.
the actual creature.
You
Yeah,
won't actually
it's-
eat me like later on, probably, unless I'm.
You gotta
really-
provide the
People, it
nurture
might.
to
Oh,
change the
well.
nature.
I mean,
You were simply told to give it nutritious soil.
yes, so that it doesn't go for victims, because I see that here as well. I see that it eats prey.
It is like
A carnivorous
in the
plant.
monster manual they are carnivorous. Yes.
Yep, I see that. I've been reading. It's fine. It's fine.
You've been reading the owner's manual, like, oh no.
Like, oh shit. Nana just
Don't-
goes, oh, that's not very good. Oh, shit.
Please do get it wet, but do not feed after midnight.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good to know. All right, I'll be right back, and I will tell you more terrible things.
Are you
about it.
needing to go, Josie, or are you hanging for the break?
I'm hanging. I'm
Oh,
here.
good.
I'm
Because
here. I'll
I
be
will
fine.
take this opportunity to quickly ask about some requirements for potentially enchanting something.
Yep, go for it.
Because I would kind of like to think about maybe bumping up my AC by maybe enchanting this armor. Just
Armor,
to give it like a plus
enchanted
one.
armor are considered more rare. They're like one
think
level
they're-
more rare.
they're like
than enchanted
uncommon, aren't they?
weapons. I think armor is rare. Armor starts off at rare.
Does it? Hold on, let me check D&D Beyond. It should tell me
Let
what
me
the
check the Dungeon Master's Guide.
armor magical.
Yeah, they start off at rare. They do plus one
Oh,
armor
okay.
is rare.
So plus one shield is uncommon.
Yes.
I
Do
see.
you have the shield proficiency?
Actually, no.
No. Just
Yeah,
like when Rudy,
that's
when
what
he
I'll
grabbed the
do.
flail, was like, no.
Ah, heck. See, I thought that might have been uncommon rather than rare. So that, all right. So that's out of range. Though, what would it require for me to enchant it myself?
Well, you'd need materials to enchant it with. You'd need some sort of medium to put the protective magic into. You'd need the actual armor in order to improve it. But it would come at the cost. The cost would vary depending on how high quality materials you choose to use, the actual monetary value ranges anywhere from 2,500 to 5K in gold.
Right.
Depending on like the use of rare materials.
Worth of goods, yeah.
Yes. So the most expensive it would be for a +1 armor would be 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
But that represents the cost of the armor itself, of any materials needed in the process, and the time.
Yeah. But that would be to buy it like at retail though, right? Not to actually craft it.
The baseline crafting rules in the Dungeon Master Guide uses the highest end of the spectrum.
Because the
baseline crafting rule says 5,000.
Because I know the baseline for Xanathar in like 2,000 for a rare.
Yes, but
plus
I don't have the books in my face.
Whatever bits and pieces.
Yes. But that's why I said earlier before we started, I said we might use a mixture of Xanathars and the DMG. Okay. So it mostly comes down to how much just pure time and money you want to use, and how much you can be like,
because I'm happy to use item. Yeah, because that's the thing. I'd be more than happy to spend as much time as required to make it, but obviously we have very little in the way of funds, right?
Well, now we got plenty.
No, we really don't.
No, we don't.
No, we really don't. No, we've got nothing really for so essentially, like, it would be senseless for me to spend all that time crafting something that would cost me the same as just buying it outright. So that's why I'm saying, like, is there a way that
I'm
we
not
can...
saying it's if you don't want to expend anything where it be like time looking for special resources.
Well, see, we're time rich,
I have
but
this
gold
item.
poor.
Yes, that's why I'm saying you could pretty much say, I have this item I would like to. What if I could expunge the magical essence within this item I have and use it as power in the crafting? Like you could probably use like, if you can give me a good reasoning, you could pretty much say, like, oh, Arthur has an immovable rod, and you could say, what if I wanted to extract the immovableness and create a layer outside of this armor? You could do something like that, and I might I might deduct the value of an immovable rod in the crafting process. So it all comes down to how you want to craft it,
I guess. But then by the same token, I guess I could always just sell the item and then it'd essentially be the same thing, right? There's no real economy to doing it that way.
I need to do a lot more reading in order to figure out how to do this.
Outside of the session.
Well, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking in the break.
We're still on break. We're still on break. We're just about to wrap up the break.
Yes. But that's something I'm interested in. So if you have a think about it before and during this week,
I'll give a read and I'll make a decision and I'll bring it forward and we can have a talk.
Perfect.
Cutley.
I have a question too. Did the little terracotta pot come with nutritious soil? This is very important.
It looked like it had fresh soil. Yes.
Good. Cool. This is fine.
Good.
Just thought I'd clear that up. You know.
I just think it'd be so cute if you had like.
It's just a dead person compost.
Honestly, that's fine.
Okay.
Nice.
You know,
okay.
recycling, right?
So I know as far as the demolisher goes, I remember I wrote down when I talked to Fifth Eye Morg last time, when Goose wasn't here. He said it would take me personally 2 weeks of work to completely pay for the demolisher via work. What was the actual gold?
It has a
value?
price tag of 200 gold.
Right.
And it's the Wrecker.
Wrecker. Oh, I wrote down demolisher. Okay.
Wrecker. The Wrecker.
Yeah, so that's the name of the
But yeah,
ball
and
on the
as-
stick for you, Goose.
Yeah, as you're showing this, you're describing the item to Goose standing. Morg is showing Arthur this one necklace that it's got an intricate design of a heart with a dagger through it, and Morg holds it up and says, "This item would prevent you from, let's say, dying quite as easily as one would normally. If that's something I used it, this is something I crafted for myself during my travels. But since I've settled down here, I no longer need it."
Arthur would like to pull that eye out of his bag now. The eye from the
The
meatball.
beholder.
Yes.
Oh. What's that?
And
Got that eye, yeah.
and he sort of goes, I've got this from the beholder, the eye,
Don't know it's a beholder.
the meatball.
You don't know it's
Meatball.
beholder.
No.
Yeah, not
Great
so
meatball in the sky.
I got this from a meatball
A
on the
magical
cave.
creature.
Just say meatball.
It was just someone's
Morg-
bowl, you know, leftover spaghetti.
Morgan cocks his head and says, "That's a big eye. Please, let's walk over here. It's a bit wet. If you
Sorry.
wouldn't mind." Puts like a cloth on the counter. If you'd set it down, please, and corrects
Sure.
his little glasses
I did.
and starts just looking over the eye, turning it carefully, like
It is an unusual item. If you look in it, though, it does have some beauty.
It is indeed. I'll let one slide. I see. It is. How did you come across an actual eye of a beholder? Let me ask you where. It looks fresh. It's still wet.
Well,
An eye of the what? Nana's tuned back in. A what
we'll
now?
get. I mean, that's good. We now know what we thought. It's a bit of
the
a story.
meatball.
Yeah, the
Yes.
meatball. Yeah.
Oh,
Do
yes.
at the mention of the name Beholder, does it like? Do I now realize?
You know, you
or...
get like you probably read about them. Yes.
It's like, oh, is that what that was? I have actually heard of those.
Oh well, that would
Yes,
have helped
and,
us like a day ago, Gerald.
I've
Well,
only
as
read
this-
about them, Rudy.
I can tell this eye is long since dead. Long since dead. There is still some use that can be taken from it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I have some ideas. What were you thinking?
A trade.
Trade for the trinkets, the periapt?
Yes, and then plus any gold over it if it was valued more.
Well, I'd say it'd be an equal trade, as I would sell my personal creation over there for 250 gold. Is the if you turn it around, it turns it around. There's like a piece of parchment that says 250.
It's got a price tag on it. Yeah.
Imagine reading.
So Arthur got the trinket,
Not for us.
would like to pick up the trinket and just sort of looks at the party.
Arthur, do you actually know what it does yet?
Well, I was about to ask, like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
it helps them from like dying. So I'm gonna ask
what
how
was
that
it?
helps from not dying.
What was this one? Sorry.
Actually, I am also intrigued. After hearing that, Rudy's like now all in. Like, actually, hang on.
Well, it is a variety. It is. I will warn you before purchase. It is of my own creation. It's one of my earlier creation. While its effect is as desired, it is considered a perioperative wound closure. It does help you
Oh.
if you're say you've been mortally wounded. It will help you not die, as well as when you're taking a rest, when you're recuperating, you might recuperate a little bit faster.
Yes, I am familiar with this one actually. It is essentially if you are struck down, your natural healing process is just a little bit quicker, so you won't bleed out on the ground. Essentially,
Correct.
That certainly would make my job easier.
Well,
no, mine as well. I would no longer have to spare the dying.
I think that's a very responsible purchase, Arthur. And then Nana just goes back to like, she's just,
Arthur's
I
now
will
feeling
say,
very proud.
however, full disclosure, it does come. It is still considered one of my earlier creations. There was a bit of a flaw. I used the wrong gems in its creation, it will. Anyone who wears it will smell terribly bad.
Arthur has full on go. Yeah, no.
I think considering the smell from Arthur's rucksack after carrying that eye of
Beholder
hold,
eye.
Yeah,
probably gonna be
I-
comparable.
What do you think Arthur's getting rid of it? Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to care about it any longer.
Oh.
Good luck keeping the owl around.
Everyone's just like, oh.
I mean,
How bad are we talking here?
yeah.
Can we put it on for a second and have a sniff?
Yeah, try it out.
I mean, I did make a few experiments, and there is a bit of a 9-10 feet where it seems to be really, really pungent, and then it's pretty much evaporates.
Is it pungent for the wearer as well, or just those around them?
It's terrible for everyone involved.
Ah.
It works though.
Terrible for everyone involved. That's what we love to hear. I think it's kind of cool though.
Look,
Like-
Let's try it out and see how bad it is.
Gerald, don't you have a spell for these sorts of things? I've seen you.
Not
you
for
know,
this
whenever-
sort of thing, Rudy.
No. Oh.
No, this is...
Vegetation.
Look, I could clean it forever. Nothing would clean off the magical stench.
Oh.
I have tried, but I fear that it's part of the enchantment now. Trying to get rid of the stench would make the item.
Is it of a cursed nature? The smell, like, could it
No,
remove curse?
no, it's not really.
Do anything?
It's not a curse. It's just woven into
It's
the
just
enchantment
itself.
itself.
Balked, right? That's unfortunate.
Yep.
I think we
I'm
might
afraid
need to
so.
give this one a miss, unless
Yeah,
anyone.
Arthur-
What does it smell like? Nana's had,
I
she's
mean,
been through a lot of shit.
You'd be welcome to. Would Nana be welcome to try it on?
Well, I do believe it requires attunement, so it takes some time.
Hey, Track.
That's really-
How you
I
doing, buddy?
wasn't
Thank you so much
sure,
for the
you know?
raid.
Gas is
We're
shot.
playing Dungeons and Dragons, everyone. I'm Roju. This is
That's very
Participation
true,
Award.
because
Got a lovely bunch of other
A
streamers
lot of
here with
herbs
me.
suddenly not working anymore after trying.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we're playing D&D.
Wouldn't want to
So
you
welcome
know,
everyone.
take out my
I won't be able to
defense.
chat to you too much because
Do what it's
I've got to keep
supposed
paying
to.
attention to the game and play on. But thank you so much
you
for
said
the
this
raid.
is one of your earlier
Enjoy.
creations, though.
And if you want
Yes.
to
Do
throw a
you
follow,
have any other
do so.
trinkets,
Track, I hope you had a
around
fantastic
that we
stream,
could
buddy.
have a look at?
I will.
Yes,
I'll
give
be
me
typing
one
back more than talking.
moment while I do the thing.
Just
Oh yeah,
I think
cheeky,
with the who's and the
cheeky
stuffs.
Morg, camera battery switch. Yeah, I
Oh,
love
camera
that.
battery
We
switch.
do have to get to the discussion about the wrecker. So just make sure we get back on that horse.
Yeah. I just basically want to get a trade,
Mm.
and then it's all yours.
I
All yours.
And I want to see about this bowling ball on a stick.
That's the wrecker.
Camera.
Yes,
Oh,
that
the
is
wrecker.
that is
I
the
thought it was something
wrecker.
different.
No, that's
No,
the name
that's
of
the
it. It's
wrecker.
called the
Yeah.
wrecker.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, I think Goose would appreciate this.
Is camera
Bruce
dead, so
appreciates bowling ball on a
Yes,
stick.
I'm working on it.
Holy ball on a stick.
I've been like trying to find out what to call it. Like, what's the official name for it? Is it just like a mace ball?
It's a wrecker.
Is it working?
It's
yep,
just a wrecker.
Yep.
It's small,
Yeah.
but it's on.
It could be a
You know,
it could be a great mall, maybe. I don't know.
Hang on, I wonder
that's
if I can- Hang on.
Or it could be a
I'm making
custom
it
job.
bigger.
Please repeat what you all said. I got distracted by the anger within me because
I
of
think
this.
we were talking out of game sort of stuff.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about the wrecker. We were
Oh, that's the-
trying to wonder whether it was a homebrew or whether it was like some sort of a great club or something like that.
Or like a mace ball.
It is a homebrew item. It is
Sweet.
considered base stats mall.
Oh, I see it. Wrecker. Ooh.
Oh, I don't, because I was just gonna check if it's the new version. I don't know what the thingy says.
Heavy two-handed 2d6 or 1d12. Wait, is that 2d6 plus 1d12?
oh dang.
Oh, snap.
It should.
It is.
It should say.
Oh, holy shit.
No, there. Let me open the item page before you get
No. you can like smash walls with it and stuff.
Go
It's
smash.
a wrecker.
It's
What
a
else would
wrecker.
you
Yeah, it's a
do with
wrecking ball.
Sorry about that. Ignore that. I
I
was
came
just
in
touching
like a
something.
Yes, you absolutely would.
Ow! I touched my kettle.
Oh.
Goose, don't get too excited. Come on.
Here we go. Let me check. Yes. Oh, I don't know if the item page you see show the entire. So the way this works, and Morg will explain. It does have the requirement of the extra attack feature.
Mhm.
You can basically expend one of your attacks to do an extra 1d12 damage, and the target has to succeed a con save, taking half on a success on a save.
Ooh.
So it represents it represents that you basically make an even bigger swing. You just take, instead of doing 2 attacks, you can do 1 attack, but it gets a buff to it.
Ooh, sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, as
And it
it's,
would be
written
magical
on
as well,
my-
so that's pretty good.
Yes, it says when you take the attack action on your turn, you can choose to expend one of your extra attacks to impose a con save on the target, dealing 1d12 force damage on top of your normal damage on a fail, half as much on a successful save. Constructs and creatures made predominantly of stone have disadvantage on the saving throw, and structures automatically fail.
Yeah.
Wow.
And would that be something that Goose could choose to do after it hit?
No, it's when you take the attack action.
Mhm.
You have to designate.
Okay.
All right. So some other trinkets around.
It's pretty
that-
cool.
You showed around. You are showed what looks to be. Morg says, "Well, I have this," and brings you over to another glass container where you see an item that's eerily similar to something you already have in your inventory, and says, "This, this stick, if you will, rod. If what spoken the command word, it will not budge, no matter how hard you try."
So it's not one of those sticks that extends, though.
No, it's not. It's not.
Look,
This one stays put even mid-air.
Arthur grabs his out and goes, "Look, I don't need one of those."
Oh, Arthur, not here.
Put that away,
Arthur,
Arthur.
don't
imagine-
whip your
but
rod out and
imagine-
company.
Dear Arthur, imagine what you could do with 2 of these.
Well, look,
rod.
I think my
Wait.
rod is pretty good.
Wait.
Oh,
could- No, Rudy's like, oh.
no, Rudy's
Well,
up, my man.
I
Speak
do
up.
also have this, and you see a little pouch, and and he opens this. It is a dust of sneezing and coughing. It's
So is
I,
that
ma- I
just
made
pepper?
I made it for a prank once, but it's a bit more potent than I expected.
I love that, actually. I love that.
Look, I got a feeling you might not have much else to show us. I'll show
Well,
me.
okay, fine. And Morg goes behind the counter, and you again hear the sound of, and then a loud thud. Just something slams into the ground,
It's just
and you hear
pepper.
the creaking.
I swear to God, if he pulls the arm out and trades it for that fucking eye.
I totally love that.
You see the top of what looks to be a chest opens up behind the counter. And Morg pulls something out, looks to be like a large piece of fabric, bundles it up on an arm, closes the chest, and it disappears.
Oh no, if it's something that he needs fabric, we can't let Arthur have that.
And you see,
Fabric.
We can't let him have
and standing up behind the counter, standing to his full length, he says, "Again, one of my earlier creation. It does come with a, but," and just poofs and opens up this long, velvet-looking, it moves like fabric, but it sheens and shimmers almost like scales of metal, and says,
Ooh.
"A cloak of protection."
Gerald,
Oh.
you come back and have a look at this cloak.
Really don't trust this dude.
All right.
Oh,
yes.
I'm trying to, be more friends with Gerald.
Cloak of Protection is
Oh, I see. That's
Yeah.
I see.
that's surely useful.
What it does, it simply makes you harder to hit. The cloak itself is very, very sturdy, and it tends to try its best to intercept attacks coming your way.
You mentioned a downside. What's the downside?
The downside does come to it makes the wearer restless.
Restless how?
It makes it hard to get a good night's sleep, if you will. It makes it, you need to attune to it for it to work, but it seems to be it's you need extra time at night to truly feel like you've gotten a proper night's rest.
Oh, okay. So
Or
you
you
just
don't
need
need a cloak for
a
that.
so you need a bit of a
You
sleep.
don't need
then.
sleep at all.
Yeah.
How
Or
much?
would that
How much of a
impact
sleep in
me?
would one typically need?
Well, it's from what I've gathered, for me at least, I needed about 2 hours more than usually while I was wearing this on my travels.
That's 6 hours for me. Look, Arthur sort of likes it, but because Arthur has a cloak of something else already, a cloak of his phantom steed.
Ah, yes.
Cloak
I
on
mean,
cloak.
I was. I've been
Cloak
searching,
action.
in fact, for
Cloak
ways
on
to
cloak.
protect myself further. I mean, it would mean that I might not be able to take as much watch time, but it would mean I wouldn't die as much.
Oh yeah, not as much watch time. Wow.
Oh no.
So 0 then.
Look. If I feel like if anyone else in the party would like to have it, I'm happy for that to happen.
Sounds like Gerald might be looking.
I'm certainly interested, at the very least. How much are we
Your new
talking
best
here?
friend, Gerald.
Well, it is marked down because of the drawback. I'll trade it off for 350 gold.
350, including the drawback.
Yes, that is the reduced price.
I see. Seeing as we are doing this in trade, perhaps would there be any lenience considered?
Well, I gave you quite a hefty amount of lenience
Oh
earlier.
yes, for such, of course, a unique, once in a lifetime opportunity.
I mean, make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
All right, I'll take it.
You've already gotten
disadvantage.
one discount. Now we up
Oh,
the,
well, you dodged a natural 20. That is a 16 with disadvantage.
16. Fine. 325.
Love it.
I mean,
Very good.
But it's a discount.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. Do I write it off from our
Please
previous?
do. Yes, quite.
Okay. Okay.
so hang on.
Very. I will then let you know that you have a value of 175 left.
I think that is incorrect, my friend.
No. That includes the usage of the Scrysicle.
At 100 gold for the Scrysicle.
Yeah, that was.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
I thought that
agreed
was.
upon.
I thought that was thrown in as a gesture of goodwill.
Oh no. That would have been if you'd not if we hadn't agreed on a value, I would have thrown it in. But since we had a value, I'm afraid my services will
I
be
see.
deducted as accordingly.
All right. Did Goose? Were you interested in this wrecker?
Oh, yeah, very much so. It looks.
They could certainly
looks
use the. I feel like unless there's anything else that anyone else would like to feel would be better than getting Goose this wrecker, I would put forth that we put the rest of the credit towards that.
That's. I mean, that
Oh,
sounds good. Are we
absolutely.
still-
I think Goose deserves something nice to smash things with.
I'm a big fan of goose smashing things, yes.
I am all in favor.
Rudy, we got to get you something. You know, Nana and I have got something. Gerald's got something.
Oh, no. There's, I mean, unfortunately, Morg, you've got many wonderful trinkets, and the Scrysicle was certainly incredibly impressive, if not a little unnerving. But unfortunately, I just don't think there's anything here for me. So yeah, if put the remains of of our trade earlier, and Arthur, if you want to get that eye off your hands, so to speak, you can add that value towards this very hefty looking implement that I don't think I could even lift.
If we
how much is it?
Yeah, what was the value of the eye that we're adding on here?
I think it was 250.
250.
250. Okay, yeah, cool. Well, then we've still got some left over if that's the case.
Well, how much is the Rekka?
The Rekka was, Josie said, 200.
And
So-
I will mention, since I do specialize in magic, and I know Gerald is a practitioner, but Rudy, you do not carry many arms. I do sell if you would like to keep.
Don't mention the arms,
He does.
Morg.
Well, I mean, I don't anymore. I used to carry an extra. I don't anymore. I mean, come on. Now I feel.
I do also trade, if you'd like. I do have on stock some parchment of pre-cast spells, for the occasions when you don't want to use your own, expend of your own slots, if you will.
All right. So just to confirm,
Very meta.
sorry to interrupt, but just to confirm, so we've got the cloak, we've got the Rekka, and we're with the eye added on. We've now got 225 left.
According to my notes, you got 125.
Well, no, because if it was 600 from the trade plus 250
minus
from the
450.
eye,
Yeah, that's 850.
so that's 850 minus. Let me pull out the
100
calculator,
for
make
the
sure I'm not botching
Scrysicle.
it. Yeah, so 850 minus
Three-
100 for that, minus 325 for the cloak, minus 200 for the
I gotta do
Rekka,
math?
225.
Nana's just wandering. I mean. Imagine.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm like, oh no, Morg, I think you'll find it's 225 left on the tab there. Nice try.
You cheeky bugger, Gerald.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if there's anything anyone else wants to check in on, you're always free to use the Scrysicle again.
I think at that price,
This
it's
was a
okay.
wonderful experience. I highly recommend.
At 100 gold a pop, I think we're fine.
What sort of scrolls are we talking about? What sort of parchments are we talking about, Morg? What are we?
Well, I do have. I don't know if we. It depends on how really your spell casting works, but I have, and more again summons this large chest that just chunks down on the floor and opens
want
up
a chest
to be
like
a
that.
Right?
thick bound leather binder and starts opening and just fiddling. Well, we got cantrips if you just want a little bit of aid. If there's something you don't have access to, I got prestidigitation, always a good one. We got mending and the true strike, not often used, but for some people they still like it. And then I got, for those who need a quick getaway, I found this very useful when my travels, Expeditious Retreat. We've got, for those moments when you need a little bit of a pick-me-up, we got the False Life spell. There's always, if you need also to get away quickly by slowing someone else down, there's Greased. Good one. For protection, I got... If you're into that kind of thing, I got Grenade Arbor.
We're learning a lot about Rudy tonight.
Really, what did you get up to in your college days?
Feet and
Yeah.
grease.
One of my personal favorites, we got the Unseen Servant.
Arthur gets excited.
Wait.
And then,
Now, Arthur, you have your owl.
as the climb prices, I do also have. I sold a few quite recently. There was a fine Fellowship of Dwarves that came in. They purchased a lot of my stock. I do have a second level magic mouth, as well as the magic circle spell.
Did you just say a fellowship of dwarves? Were there 13 of them?
No, there was only 5.
Ah.
Just making sure.
With a couple of halflings.
Again, just more. These all sound
Senior
wonderful,
Joseph.
but I'm wondering, would it at all be possible? Would we be able to just get the value in gold, or did you want to maintain the trade itself?
If you wanted in monetary value back, I mean, if nothing else, I could always hand it to you in the form of spell components. If there's anything particular you need for any of the
Expensive
hard castings
gems and such.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. I mean,
Wasn't orb
I
looking
think
something in particular?
I think you had a requirement
Yes.
of that sort, didn't you?
I actually require. Let me get it up.
Well, if it's anything that's overly specific, I might need some time to put it together. But if you're just looking for incense or gems or oils, I've got
I did
I
actually.
here's
do.
that.
I mean,
Sorry,
a good high quality diamond worth roughly or around, the value that we have. Oh, it's not quite, but roughly the value we have. That would go a long way in me being able to, bring someone back to life.
How
Back
much
to
worth
life,
of...
you say? That's queer. How would one go about doing something like that?
Oh, the mysteries of the divine. There's a reason why they're so cryptic. Morg. But
Rudy, how much worth of diamond do you need?
300.
Hmm.
But we enough, so it's not quite there.
After
quite
sort
enough.
of goes to Rudy and Gerald and goes, look, I actually need an acorn, like a gilded acorn, for one of my spells.
Mhm.
Do you think
Wait,
it's
isn't
that
that
something?
summon an owl?
No. It's not. It's not just an owl. It's just.
Oh, okay, all right.
I can summon other things.
What? How much would such an item?
Look, I've been told around.
I think I know the
$300.
one you're looking for. I don't have one in stock, but I could definitely have one made in a day or two.
Yeah,
I
that
do believe
works.
you're looking for the summon beast medium,
Well,
the feather and the fur.
and the fishtail. Yes, exactly. Could you get those other items as well?
I could make sure to have an appropriate medium crafted for you. In 2 days' time, I need to make some inquiries, but it could definitely be made.
Arthur feels like it's such a big purchase. He wants the approval of the group.
How much for the medium?
Well, the value, it usually comes to around, it's mostly the value of the gold to cast this golden acorn, and it comes to around 200.
That works pretty much perfectly.
Okay, and can I also ask, because I think we most likely will get that for our good ranger here. I had a question about possibly acquiring a scroll of detect magic. How much might something like that set me back?
Not a lot.
It's a first level spell.
It's a first level spell, I'm aware. I don't have one on hand at the moment, as I don't personally use them. And it's not just the glasses.
Of course.
And but it all depends really, and I'd need to acquire a pearl. I need to check if I have anything of appropriate value.
Not identify, just detect magic.
Detect magic, right. In
Just
order
a scroll.
to transcribe the scroll, I need the ink. I'd need
Simply because
some
I wish to
dust.
transcribe it into my own book, you see. Unless you
I
have
see, I
means
see.
of like a thing that I could then buy the transcription materials off you, and I could simply transcribe it to my own book myself, if you would allow me the use of your spell book.
How much would you need? Because I've got the inks and the minerals you might need to grind into the ink for such a thing.
Yeah, I believe it's
parchment.
50 gold worth of rare inks per spell level.
Oh, if you want the gilded acorn cast for your friend here, you'd still need 25 gold's worth.
I can provide the difference.
Then I can definitely procure the items for you.
That would be splendid. Do all of you? Is that fine with the rest of the group?
Yeah. What helps the group helps us all.
Arthur's just overwhelmed by the amount of money to spend on himself, so he's just very, thank you.
Like, this is more than Gerald has seen in 3 of his lifetimes. Like,
I mean, I literally sacrificed a limb for this shopping trip. So I traded an arm, not a leg, for this shopping trip.
Look, an eye for an eye, but instead it's an eye for an acorn. So
that's true. That's very good. All right, so I'm going to give Morg. So it was 25 gold. So I'm going to give him 100 silver and 5 gold. I think. No, wait. Sorry, 15 gold. Yes. So I got the calculations wrong.
And Morg goes behind into the back room, comes out with what looks to be a closed inkwell and a little pouch, and says, "Just grind this." This powder into the ink, and it should imbue it with enough transcribing capabilities to do what you're asking.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. I'll just get to it basically then and there.
And I will go ahead and goes over and waves a hand, speaks a word, and the glass case with the record in it pops open.
Yes. Oh my god.
So good.
Oh, it's like one of those burglar alarms.
Goose came like a
magic
wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And also then walks back, folds the cloak up, and says, just holds it out.
Ah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate the business, and I'm might close up early today and get to work on the arm. I'm quite intrigued.
You've done a fantastic days of trade there, Fifth Eye Morg. I hope the arm has many mysteries in store for you. Let me tell you,
I just hope this eye, because I think if I can extract the actual lens and pieces of the cornea, I might be able to create some sort of device that could actively dispel. I'm excited.
That would be a mighty item indeed.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your help today. I'm very excited to give this a go.
No, thank you. That was quite an interesting view. I must ask, where exactly were we peeking in?
I believe that was at just north of my hometown, Malmarin. It's a little town near a swamp where I met the lovely swamp swan princess of the swamp, who also happens to be a swan.
Very lovely looking woman indeed. Quite interesting.
She's a very interesting lass, let me tell you that.
And thank you all for your purchases. Thank you all for coming to the Scrysicle today. I think I'm gonna go ahead and close up. You have also cleared me of the few valuables that I had. I might see about restocking, see what I got in the back that I could put up front.
You have a lovely shop. Thank you so much for the look around. And Nana just hugs her plant and goes.
Thank you for coming by.
Morgan, do you mind if I just stay long enough to copy the spell across?
Sure, but I will be getting to work as well. But sure, you may just gestures towards part of the counter. Just go ahead.
Thank you so much, and I'll presumably presents the thing for me to copy, and I'll get to work copying the spell.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, Morg starts very carefully scraping gunk off the eye, trying to clean it. Starts very surgically disassembling the beholder's
every now and then, while he's transcribing, Joel sort of looks over and sort of like, whoop. Just focus, Joel. Just focus. There's sound.
Yeah, and Morg is definitely doing a very, very excited.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just Focus on your
But
work,
what
Gerald.
are the rest of you all doing? You've got your owl. You've got your twig blight. You've got the wrecker. You're an arm lighter.
I don't know about the rest of the group, but Arthur sort of wants to go home after his big day of shopping.
Goose would like to, probably head on home, but he has an idea on something that he wants to make for our little twig blight friends.
Oh.
I just want to know if I have like enough materials using my like leather kits. Basically, I want to make.
Is this a surprise? Should I not be listening to you?
No, it doesn't have to be a surprise, but maybe like as we're walking along, he starts pulling out like little bits of leather and bits of rope out of his little tool thingy. He starts like, well, not quite a vest, but he starts like weaving some of the ropes together, and he wants to make a little, what's it called, macrame plant holder thing for the plant, so she can just like have him on his shoulder.
Oh my god!
I mean, you can definitely start working on it.
That's amazing.
You can get
I
it
love it.
started. Definitely.
It's adorable. It's wonderful.
So cute.
Because like she needs something to carry instead of just like holding this
Yes!
terracotta plant
I was
pot
thinking of that.
constantly.
Like
When
I
you think
can't
about
put him
it-
in my bag of holding. He'll die.
No,
When
it's
you
not
think
good.
about it, the pod is like half the size of Nana anyway, so it's like, you
It is quite big compared to that.
That's so cute.
Just like a little shoulder holder for it.
Aw.
I think Nana has had some character development and probably caught a little bit of a sight of, was it Uther in the marketplace, and
yeah.
would like to just like maybe swing back through there and just give him a friendly wave and offer him one of the cookies that she still has, as a form of thanks for that pelts that they got earlier. Now that she has the
Well,
cookies.
thank you, dearest Nana. I much appreciate it. And he just eats it in like one chomp, shoves the thing in his mouth.
Yes, thank you so much. We will be leaving soon, so if we don't see you again, I wish you good travels.
Likewise, good travels. Hope to see you again soon out there. Or not. Who knows?
That waves. There, see? Are you all happy? We made it.
Disrespect.
Made up. Nana's not a monster, okay?
Orb's not,
Is there
Orb's not happy.
Is there anything else any one of you all want to do with the rest of the day? It is just past noon at this point.
Cool.
Oh,
Well,
probably
I'll be
get some lunch.
2 hours transcribing. So once that's over, I'll use my book to send a message to Rudy and say, once it's done, I'll say, I'm all done. Please let me know where you are. This is Gerald, by the way. Please let me know. Thank you.
XOXO.
Gossip Girl.
So you hear Gerald's voice in your head say this.
Excellent. So, like, I'm assuming, like, because like 2 hours have passed, the rest of us would be back at the
Yes.
inn by now. Alrighty.
And there are some glances thrown your way when you come in with a big planter and a cage with an owl, but no one really stops you.
Excellent.
Hey, there's a bear in there, so like.
Yeah,
And a
there
chair
is
as
a bear in
well.
there.
So, Rudy, goes, yes, yes, Gerald, we're back at the inn. Hurry on back, and maybe we can, speak with our decapitated friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck
Well,
the friend, like,
XOXO.
I'm not a plan.
Lots of
all right.
vibes.
I head back.
Love you.
Hard time
Bye.
emoji.
Mwah.
And yeah,
Winky
you
face.
eventually make it back. If like a little over 2 hours have passed, we're nearing 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What's the plan?
Get some lunch.
Well,
We're sort
Arthur
of-
wants to cast his Speak with Animals again, and he's gonna introduce all you guys to her.
Okay. Love it. Love it.
So I've sort of, you know, already met Nana, so I'm taking it up to Gerald and go, this is Madeline. Madeline, this is Gerald, our wizard.
Hello.
And Madeline, where Gerald doesn't understand, but Madeline says, "Greetings, Gerald."
I translate that for him.
Madeline is so refined.
Hello, Madeline.
Literally
You
wish I
said?
was
No.
her.
Yes, Madeline.
Pleased to meet you. Please don't bite my fingers. I'd be very grateful. Could you just let her know that for me? That'd be yes. Thank
Sure.
you.
Translates it back.
And she says, "I don't eat anything that I don't know where it's been."
Damn!
Arthur translates back and says she doesn't eat dirty sausages, so it's okay.
No, not dirty sausages. My fingers. Arthur.
Wow.
I must have translated it wrong.
Well, that's all right. As
Lost
long
in
as there's no
translation.
nibbling, then we're fine.
I then want to go over to Rudy and sort of do the same. This is Rudy. Well, he's definitely a man of uniqueness.
Definitely a man.
Thought
Is
thought
that
we were
how you
stopping
introduce
there,
him
and
to
I was like,
everyone?
All right.
This is
That's
Rudy.
important, I
Definitely a man. Next up.
Not three chipmunks in a raincoat. Definitely not. That's not what he is.
And Madeline says, "Pleased to make your acquaintance, Rudy."
I translate that to Rudy.
Oh.
I wonder if
what a-
Madeline's actually
what a-
pleased to make their acquaintances,
What a
though.
refined owl you've got there, Arthur. I mean, I almost feel sorry for her, considering she's stuck with us. Us. Sorry, never mind that. Lovely to meet you, Madeline. Just look after our Arthur. He and sort of goes in and goes, "Between you and me, I think he really needs to look after him."
Arthur sort of translates that back, but leaves out that whispering bit.
Yeah.
And Madeline says, "I'll do my best."
Translates that back.
Excellent. Okay, all right. Now I don't have to look after him. I'm free.
now, Madeline, this next person is pretty awesome. He's got feathers too.
Really?
Yes. And then I would take Madeline out of the cage and on my arm now. And
she does step over to your arm.
And I go up to Goose and I sort of hint to Goose to put out his arm.
Like this.
And sort of, and sort of like Madeline.
And
go put his
Madeline,
arm.
Madeline steps over.
This is Goose.
Oh,
And Madeline
hello.
just does the exorcist turn of the head back towards Arthur and says, "That's not what a goose looks like."
No. His name is Goose.
That's not what a goose
That's-
looks like, you dumb. Can we start Madeline quotes? I just want a whole fucking bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's a plant, dumb.
Can Madeline just refer to Arthur as Dum Dum?
Dum Dum, yes.
Please, forever Dum Dum.
Madeline, what's
Madeline
your
does
IC?
turn-
I see nothing, Dum Dum.
Oh my god.
There are
Madeline
enemies
looks
at 12
back
o'clock,
towards
Dum Dum.
Goose.
Sorry.
It does like a few steps like on the perched on your arm, and then turns back to Arthur and says, "Acquaintance made," and just looks like stepping around like, "What do I do?"
That's such an
I-
exquisite bird. Feathers are so wonderful. What was its name? Madeline?
Madeline.
I'm a bit uncomfortable standing on a person wearing a dead bird.
That's okay. Goose, I need to get Madeline back off you.
Okay. It's lovely meeting you, Maddie. Is Maddie okay, or should it just be Madeline?
Goose is wondering if Maddie okay, or is it definitely Madeline?
Either is fine. Either is fine.
Either is fine, Goose.
Maddie, lovely to meet you.
And I'm just gonna leave Madeline out of the cage for now, but set up some water and some trees.
Okay, just
And
real quick.
Madeline gets comfortable. Like she eventually just perches on top of the little cage, pretty much just sitting on the handle.
Okay.
I know how y'all were talking. I just want you to know that twig blights can understand common before you talk shit about my plant. Think twice. That's right.
Oh shit.
Oh, the
Yeah,
plant
they
speaks
can
common.
understand common. They just can't talk to you. So
Oh.
Oh, it
They know.
understands common.
if you
They
make my
always
plant cry,
know.
I will murder
Oh,
every
wow.
last person in this party and then myself. Okay.
You know, this could actually be really like awesomely used. Like if we need to like spy on someone in like an inn, we could just
Right?
go, hey,
Put a
look,
plant there. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
put
put
a
a
plant
pot
on the
plant next
table
to
and
them,
walk
yeah.
away.
Well, if it's
and-
got
oh my
plus
God.
3 stealth, it actually looks just like a
Oh
dead
my
plant
God,
when it's
that is
yeah,
actually
it's kind of useful.
fantastic.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
is
just
what it is.
don't talk shit
That's
about it.
brilliant.
Okay? It will
Yeah.
cry. It will
Fantastic.
cry.
Or try to eat us.
Don't eat it.
No, it will try to eat us if we say anything
Yeah.
bad about it. Yeah.
Look. Maybe.
There is one point where it eventually just steps out of the pot of soil, and it's just like walking around in the room looking at things.
That's so cute. I let it go. I just put the pot down and just let it chill and like this is the outside and maybe just show it the weird things like and this is a faucet and water comes out of it.
And it just
I can
it
show
just,
you the
like it
love.
finds the wash basin, and there's this one point where it just like steps into the wash basin, slides into it, and just lies in it.
Oh, yes.
Happy with that. Oh
How
my
did
God.
we bloody obtain our own baby Groot? Oh my
I know,
God.
I love it.
We literally obtained our own baby Groot.
Yes,
Nice.
I'm gonna teach you to dance to watch.
All right.
Alright.
Well,
Yes.
we've got a little bit of time ahead of us while we wait for the ship. I feel like we've done most of the business that we wanted to do now. Shall we do? Did any of you need to do anything for the next few days, or are we just going to kick it, as the youths
just
say?
gonna-
I mean,
Skip ahead in the
I'm happy to
story
see
as
the
the
market
kids say.
festivities.
do we not want to talk to this? And Rudy pulls out the head.
Oh yeah!
Not in the lunchroom. Not in the lunchroom.
Oh no, we're in there.
No, you're
in our
we're
rooms.
room.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought we were in the lunchroom. And
Let's
it
pull
was
out a
like,
head in the middle of the inn. Whomp! All right.
Arthur sort of covers Madeline's eyes.
I feel like the owl's seen plenty of dead things. All right.
Yeah, it looks unfazed.
Now, Rudy, because we had
Well,
a
I
bit
mean,
of
it's
a...
a beheaded head. Of course, it looks unfair.
It was a
Wow.
bit of a
That's-
disaster the
deserved.
first time we tried this.
Yeah,
So, you got one.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
just another one that Rudy has done all by himself, and definitely not the rest of us.
I mean, I'm
getting
happy
there.
to-
You're
I'm
getting
happy
there.
to go have
Nice.
like we could go eat and we can discuss, figure out what question.
Yes, I
Questions
think
we're
it's
gonna ask
important that we
first.
make sure that we figure out the questions we're going to ask, and maybe not just on the fly. It looks pointedly at Arthur, yell anything stupid out.
Because I'm pretty sure this guy
Looks behind
understood
him.
us. So we're not going to get lucky like we did with the other unfortunate creature we spoke to.
At least this
Where
one we
you
know
couldn't-
speaks common, so there's that.
Yes. Yes. So let's all go have lunch while thinking about the questions we're going to ask this beheaded, still slightly dripping head.
Very
I
good.
think I lost a little bit of my appetite.
Oh,
Ah,
now
just kidding. I can eat
Goose,
anything.
yeah. Goose.
Oh my god.
Goose has lost appetite. Goose appetite back!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah.
You all
let's do that.
go upstairs, and there's definitely food to be had if you want. There is it's three silver pieces per meal, because only breakfast is included with the room.
Ah, of course.
That is
Do we have
Arthur's
any
gonna
more
shout
giant
Rudy.
fish?
Arthur's gonna shout Rudy this time because he feels
Oh.
bad. Nothing was bought.
Wow. Okay. In that case, I will have
Is it more giant fish?
Remove
3 silver, was it?
giant fish. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my god.
Rudy sort of shouts out, like, after Goose does his order, and goes, "Make that a double!" So how many meals did Goose order this time?
Oh, it's same as last time. 2 whale steaks.
2
And
whale
how much
steaks.
did that cost?
It's 3 silver pieces per meal.
Alright,
Still is
so
the cost.
that would
6
be
silver pieces.
6 for Rudy's meal, and then another 3 for mine. So done.
If food is served, you may talk about yourselves.
Right.
So I don't think Nana has brought little baby. But she probably summoned Mushroom to look after little baby, you know, like to babysit, because there's a dead head, and I wouldn't want it to be accidentally eaten. That would really suck. So.
Oh no! Rudy brought his backpack up. The head is in the backpack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Well, then we're all good, but still,
Rudy's not
yeah.
leaving body parts everywhere he goes. Okay?
Yeah.
He just
No,
collects
no,
them
we
for some
wouldn't.
strange reason.
Yeah, but I think we've still got, you know, just because like lots of people might be too much for little ones, so we've got Ami with him. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. So how many questions do we get to ask this thing, Rudy?
We get to ask. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Up to 5 questions.
Up to 5. All right.
Now, bear in mind, we might get nothing out of this guy because I can't compel him to answer. We can only ask, and it has no compulsion to answer truthfully. It can lie.
No compulsion to answer truthfully, yes, but still must answer.
Well,
All right. So I guess what do we need to know? I guess I'd be interested to know what this. Actually, we already know what the skullfly mask represents, right?
Do we?
Do we? 'Cause I was thinking that perhaps this is an assumption that I've made and not actually the case. I thought it was the mark of the Pallid princess.
Is this knowledge Rudy would have, Josie?
Rudy would know that that would be the case. Yes.
Well, it's actually interesting, Arthur. Sorry, Gerald. Sorry, I'm distracted by my second whale steak. Sorry, big fish steak. So
Gotta have
Gerald,
playlists on the chat.
I've been meditating or conversing. Well, not really conversing, but really sort of looking inward and trying to understand because I remember that dream we all had.
Oh yes, that was such a strange dream.
Strange dreams we had where
Yes.
you know we all woke up
Where
the
we
next
all had a
morning and we
similar
all...
dream, yes.
Yeah. Well, ever since then I've been remembering things I had long since thought I'd forgotten, and divine knowledge is interesting, right? It comes in. You can't
Certainly,
control it sometimes.
it's certainly fascinating now that we know that it's a real thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I'm not
Anyway,
scared of anything.
Which
excellent.
puts
That is
our-
perfectly awesome to hear. Because I may have come into some knowledge on the Pallid princess.
Oh,
That's amazing,
good.
Rudy. What have you remembered?
More
That's
knowledge
going to
on
help us
this
so
Yes.
much.
would be fantastic
Yes,
because the Pallid princess has been hunting us down this whole time. It'd be fantastic for any
Absolutely.
information.
And my patron has deemed fit to enlighten me with some knowledge, and I can tell you, we don't have to waste a question on our our cheerful friend back here. The mask is definitely a symbol of the Pallid princess. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful!
You don't
You
have to
must
ask that.
Well,
thank your patron for us.
I had.
I will.
I believe
Very
that was the
handy
case. Yes.
patron now.
Well, good. That confirms my understanding at the very least. All right. So seeing as we know that this was an agent of the Pallid princess,
Absolutely.
and that the Pallid princess has been specifically targeting us for death.
Possibly, yes.
Not possibly, Rudy. That's a fact.
Oh,
That
sorry,
Every
yes. Yeah,
every
no,
single
definitely. Yep.
thing that
Yeah.
you know, the collars of control
Yep.
around these poor animals that have been attacking us. because
Reason why I'm not
misunderstanding,
going
but
to
yeah,
the Swamp
yeah,
Swan
yeah.
Princess right now.
yes. So
yes.
if you remember, Rudy, these collars, such as the one we presented here, which was the entire reason we came here, was because this collar was forcing creatures to attack those who opposed the Pallid Princess, which is why we've been so beset.
And again,
this whole time.
This is just another line of thought that I've had. Could they have just been targeting the enemies of our slightly sleepy friend?
Absolutely not. No, it's the enemies of the Pallid Princess. It was quite clear when I identified the magic on those collars.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now.
It was
My mistake.
100%.
I'm remembering incorrectly.
No, that's quite all right, Rudy. I mean, my memory's not always the best either.
Rudy, you need to eat more big fish steak and help your brain.
You're right. I absolutely do. Thank you, Goose.
Yes, you
Arthur,
have
is
had
that offer still open? Can I get a third
You
serving?
have had quite the appetite, Rudy. Are you run down? Have you been feeling okay?
Oh,
I mean, I'm glad that you're getting your energy up. Have
yeah.
you been okay? Have you been sick? or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. I'm just very hungry.
Oh, all right.
Starving,
Worked
famished,
up an
yeah.
appetite.
Oh, could be worse.
Arthur
Could be
orders another
worse.
one. Arthur orders another one for Rudy.
Yes.
I wonder if Nana knows how to make a thing to get worms out.
To get like a cure for worms. Oh, and she's gonna. Oh my god, can she start like grandmaring him like every night and be like, now drink this horrible tasting medicine, young man.
She's gonna do that when we get back to the room. She's gonna drop this just terrible tasting.
And then
Make
just
sure
go.
you
Don't
have
forget to
plenty
check your
slippery
morning
hands.
poops.
Yes,
Don't forget to
yes.
check your morning poops.
Worms
my
are
God.
nothing to laugh at and nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone gets them sometimes, and just
It's a
Rudy
fact
will
of
go along with this fast for as long as he can.
it's a fact of life
when
for
the
those of us on the road.
When the third steak comes, he goes to like half it to give some to Goose, but then he like sort of like moves a little bit over and gives the smaller portion to Goose, and he keeps the bigger portion. But it's
Ah,
yeah.
thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. It's Arthur's shout.
Thank you.
Oh,
No
so
problem. I am just godsmacked of how hungry you are, Rudy.
all right, so seeing as we know that the Pallid Princess wanted us dead, I feel like it's a good idea to maybe ask why the Pallid Princess wants us dead. So
That's probably a good.
I
line
would
of
suggest that could be a question that he would be more than happy to answer, seeing as he's
absolutely.
already dead and probably feels like the Pallid Princess will kill us inevitably, and so he probably will be quite forthcoming with information on that, I hope. So I'll and I'm writing this down on like a napkin or something. I'm like, all right, question 1, why does the Pallid Princess want to murderize us?
So Arthur's gonna try and talk with his mouth full. What can we ask why he was on here in the sorry,
Arthur, don't talk with your mouth full.
sorry.
how are you going to choke? Don't do that.
Can we ask why he was here in the first place? Like, why?
Oh, what he was doing in the mines?
That is.
That's a very good question. Yes.
That is actually probably the most important question.
Yes.
someone think.
What were? No, in fact, we know what they were there for because they said he is not here.
Yes,
Well,
but we.
But
we
who?
don't-
What
That's
who
right.
is
So the
not
better
there?
question is, who were you looking for in the mines?
Oh, I'm so happy to be traveling with a group of such smart adventurers. And she tries to boop everyone on the nose and
Arthur's
pretty
head is now this much bigger.
Nana thinks
than
I'm
Nana.
smart.
pretty sure Rudy dodges it, but everyone else can get booped.
No. Gerald, in fact, is like looks like he's kind of putting up a fuss, but is actually sort of like just blushing with happiness to get booped on the nose by Nana.
Rudy doesn't dodge it. But
Oh.
his nose is very cold. Very cold.
Rudy, I'm going to make you some tea when we get back to the room, and then blah, blah, goes on about worms and also maybe being like sickness, like maybe sit by the fire after a little bit.
We had a bad time with Goose being down for so long. We'd be ashamed to lose our
Honestly,
cleric as well.
Fine.
No, Rudy, let Nana take care of you.
Fuss.
All right.
You know Nana, she's not going to let this one go.
Yeah. No.
All right. So who were you looking for in the mines? So that's 2. Do we want to know perhaps who the other people were? Because there were some.
What about the lady with the? She just flaps. She
Oh
can't.
yes, I saw her outside.
Yeah, we saw her too. She spoke to us, in fact.
Yes, she was very condescending.
Very much so.
All right. So who was
The extremely condescending lady?
yeah, who was the Josie, question for the DM. Would I have recognized her as being either like a fiend or a devil, or would I have known her
Make a
sometime?
religion check.
Sure. Religion.
Could Rudy do that as well, considering he also saw her?
Yes.
Roll.
Religion, there we go.
That is a 20.
Oh, there you go, 15. Gerald is on the ball.
I'd say Gerald, you would have noticed features that you've seen in manuscripts of fiendish creatures. It's hard to confirm because fiends aren't like commonplace, but you've got like in old manuscripts, you've seen depictions, you've read about descriptions. There were definitely features there.
I may know a thing about fiends. Potentially. Well, actually, probably no, not so much really. Hey, I probably have very little knowledge of them, in fact, at the moment.
And Rudy would recognize what looked to be. You would think the person looked. You'd know they had a similar vibe as the undead creatures you've stumbled upon so far.
Oh, do you let us know that, Rudy?
Yeah.
You believe her to be an undead?
So it's weird, guys. I don't think she is. We've fought a number of weirdly, dead creatures getting back up, and I know some of you might have, encountered these before, but some of you it's fairly new. But she gave off.
We'll call them undead for the time being, until we can come up with a better
That's
name.
an excellent name, Gerald. Rudy lets Gerald think he came up with it. He goes, but she definitely, again, divine vibes and whatnot. She gave off that feeling, but I don't think she's actually undead.
So she felt undead, but wasn't undead.
That's
a very
what I
confusing
believe.
label, but
It is very
it's good to
confusing.
know.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's odd. I mean, I don't know how undeath works. I'm not familiar with that particular branch of the arcane.
Well, especially since it's a very a rare subject as is, that would be the first undead-ish creature you've met that had any form of sentience and
True.
self-awareness.
Yes.
And that's knowledge that Rudy has or doesn't have. That
You
she
would
would
definitely also pick up on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so far,
so
everything you've met.
Right, so you know
So-
that she definitely was undead then.
Okay, yeah. In that case, I'll rephrase. No, Rudy says the exact same thing.
That makes sense.
So we don't know
And then-
whether she's undead?
Rudy knows, but he doesn't.
But he's not gonna
He
tell
says-
us.
He says that she gives off the same aura and vibe as an undead creature, but isn't undead.
Isn't undead. All right.
All right, so she's alive. But if you're alive, aren't you still not dead? Wouldn't that make you undead?
Aren't we all undead?
We should all be undead then. Is this
I
a new
mean,
label we should use?
I
for
would,
we
ourselves?
I would say
that,
we're
like,
all
the-
not dead, not that we're necessarily undead.
Have we noticed the other patrons of the inn start moving away from us with this topic?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Nana doesn't care.
Oh, yeah,
Nana's
yeah.
not wearing that stinky amulet. You can move all you
8.
want.
God damn it.
8. I mean, people are
5.
still eating their food. There's still people in the restaurant section of the inn.
Can I ask?
Okay,
do I feel like Rudy's holding back on us at all? Like, is he being like particularly shifty about the information, or hesitant, or is he just like straight up?
He said what he said, pretty much.
All
Like
right.
if Ozzy says that Rudy only says she felt undead, but he's unsure, or that she isn't, that's what Rudy said.
All right.
Mm.
So I believe him. There's nothing sus about it. All right. Very well.
Well, he's your only like so far reliable source on these things.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like Nana and Goose are now in like a deep conspiracy theory, like about like undead.
Like let's sit together.
Like Goose has already
Like
got a
little
board with
knitting,
like pins
macrame
and
thing.
string.
We were like
Like,
that.
aren't
person
we
with
all
the
undead?
friggin- we all undead.
Have we ever truly lived to begin with? Are we really just?
And like in the top left-hand corner somewhere is like scribbled in source, because we've only got source in front of us from our various.
I
videos.
will say I saw the perception checks coming through, and Arthur, you would notice that the half-orc Claire seems to be looking towards your table from the other end of the tavern.
Ooh, Arthur's gonna get the
Why?
wrong idea though.
Arthur is totally getting the wrong idea.
No, he's looking at us, Arthur, not you.
I sort of nudged Goose and look. Hey, she's looking at me.
Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
The orc down there.
Oh, was she coming to look at the snack, eh?
Arthur goes red by that comment. Arthur goes red by that comment. Was not expecting it from the Goose.
Looks like Arthur's got a little Reddit IRL, but never mind. We'll just...
Sorry, it's just my lighting.
The Claire, the half-orc, she does finish up her food and leaves once you start looking towards her. She takes off down the stairs. And we'll fast forward a little bit. We'll say you make it back down to the room. Do you plan on interrogating this head?
Yes. We still need to come up with 2 more questions potentially.
Well, maybe we can come
no,
up
we
with
have
them
the
based
two.
on the info.
Because so far we've got. Oh yeah, true. Leave a couple for further
Yeah.
questioning.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got.
Alright.
So we'll start with, why does the Pallid Princess want to murderize us, or kill us?
Well,
Maybe he doesn't understand murderize. Second, who were you looking for in the mines? And third, who were the people you were working with?
I think those are fantastic. Now, who's asking them? Because we don't want to speak out of turn,
I
right?
believe we should leave that to Rudy, probably, as it's his domain of
Yes,
this.
yes, I don't really.
Slowly putting his hand down now.
Arthur,
Because he was like,
Arthur,
yep, and then as soon as he said like Rudy, he was like,
Arthur, we will let you ask the beheaded head questions when you can cast the spell yourself.
The pout, though. The pout. Nana's fine with that. She doesn't want to talk to a stupid thing
Arthur
anyway.
just gotta grab his beautiful bird, put it back in the cage, and put a sheet over it.
Actually, that might be best. We are about to light candles. And there'll be,
Ooh,
The
fire.
little plant is in the bathroom. I know he's very flammable.
As Rudy sets up the head, and you start. Go ahead, Goose.
I don't want anything to do with this, bringing back dead, undead, not alive people. I'm gonna stand outside for this. Okay?
Goose, would you mind? Would you mind? Ami's having a bit of a time with the little one. You could go help him, and I think he's in the sink again.
Oh, of course, I'll take care of him. He can join me with my knitting. I still need to do some knitting, so I'll work on that.
Yeah, and as you open the door to the bathroom, you see the twig blight is still like in the wash basin, and Ami has their hand in the wash basin, and it's like there's no water left. Instead, Ami's hand is like swollen, and then it goes and squeezes its own hand.
This is normal.
This is weird. No, it's fine. I'm sure whatever
no.
Ami's doing is fine.
Oh my god.
So you can see his arm like a little bit of a poke, and like water starts coming out of it.
Yeah, it's just like Ami's just like look towards the door and starts wringing its own arm out in the wash basin.
This is fine. This is totally fine.
This is fine.
Sits down, closes the door.
Goose regretting every decision.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
But yeah.
Well, thankfully this time Rudy has all the time and materials to do this properly, so there's no more slapping of the chest suddenly to like wake up the body.
You have no chest.
There's no chest to slap this.
Yeah.
But, he does have to poke around with like the neck a little bit and like pull a little bit of sinew here and you know like maneuver jawbone just back into place. Well, the Goose
Make
got
sure
a
the
good
vocal
couple of-
cords are in place.
Yeah. And the more he works with the neck, the more he realizes that axe is way too thick for its own good. It crushed a lot of things, and it's just it's like, oh, Goose really.
And now Goose doesn't even have an axe
Yeah.
anymore. Now it's just
Yeah.
blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
Well, he still has the axe. He didn't get rid of
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah.
smash.
Rudy makes a mental note to talk to Goose about where he should land his killing blows next time. But yeah, and he sets up the candles. And he, like last time, it's like you probably would have felt like, yes, it was a shock to the system and like maybe like a bright flash of light. This time it's more of like, you know, the light kind of dims a little bit. The candles start, you know, not giving off as much light as you might think. And there's a little bit of a chill in the air
Oh,
as he...
And then nothing happens.
Wait, what?
Nani?
You do all the steps correctly, but nothing happens.
Oh, you done fucked up, Rudy.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you look down into your hand where you hold the symbol of the Dawnflower that you always use as a medium for your spells, and it's cracked straight down the middle.
That's...
That's...
Do we notice, or do we just don't?
Wait.
We just say, "Oh, nothing."
Is that it? Is that, yeah, do we notice that?
Nana gives a poke with the spoon, like maybe he's just asleep.
No. Odd how that happens now.
What happened, Rudy?
I think just... We're going to call it a communication error. It's like... It's like... think of divine...
Time to do some divine troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Divine.exe.
Technical support.
I think...
Customer support.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Nana
yes.
goes, maybe it's the worms, and she starts making.
You know, it could be, Nana. What if they're draining his magic?
Oh no, worm draining magic. Oh no, or rather magic draining. I'm sorry, Codley's very tough.
It appears that we will not be speaking with any head today. I think I need to... Oh, where would I even find one at this time of day?
Maybe we could ask Morg. He had so many fun things in his shop. Very interesting. Didn't want them, but very interesting.
He did say he was
I
closing
will
up
say,
early,
Rudy,
though.
make a religion check.
Ah, shit! Please, if we just have a
Losing
good
my
roll,
religion.
we just need a good roll here. That's...
12. I'll say 12 is enough in this
Okay.
cause. You do know that you will need something different, but there is one item available you could use as a makeshift medium.
What is
what? What do you have?
Is he your
I
piggo?
know.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Oh, it's a bigada.
The mask.
Which Arthur
Wait, what?
has.
We took that, right? I think
Yeah,
we
we
took
did.
it.
Yeah, Arthur's got it. Yeah.
The
The mask.
cracked mask.
Nice.
Oh, it's a symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's a
So-
symbol. So yeah, at that thought, Rudy goes, Arthur, the mask.
Yes.
Could I think the problem here is so and now he's thinking on his feet a little bit. Okay, I think I know what's happened. The spell failed because this man is protected. Is like, notice how, and he sort of, you know, he gestures like, you know, the air's a bit thicker, it's a little chilly in here. He gestures to all these sort of things that no one noticed before but Rudy. He goes, and it's like, and I think he's protected even in death by the Pallid princess. You know, the Pallid princess is a divine being, and I think is just maybe right now. I think I need to focus utilizing something he had on his person. I think I'll be able to crack through those defenses a little bit easier. Arthur, the mask, if you will.
So smart.
Only if
Hold
I get
on.
to ask the questions.
How do you know the
You
Pallid
said
Princess
if
is a divine
I-
being? No, hold on, Arthur. How do you know the Pallid Princess is a divine being?
Oh, because
We had no knowledge of
is.
this.
I mean,
Wait, did we?
yeah.
No, we did.
No, we had
I mean,
no
you're, like,
idea.
religious, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where did you gain this information?
The dreams. Didn't everybody have the strange dreams? I told you.
Yes, we had a
you know,
strange
I've been-
dream, but there was
yeah.
no Pallid Princess in ours.
Oh my, the deity that I converse with. I mean, maybe I got to converse more because I'm just more naturally in tune to these things. But no, the Pallid Princess is definitely a force on a deity-like level. Did I not mention
Oh,
this?
that's so interesting.
No,
No,
you
I
didn't.
just got a gnome and a drunkard, but it was really good.
So you spoke
got
with the
two
Pallid
basic
Princess, then, is what you're saying.
God! Oh! No! I would never dream of speaking to the. I mean, no. I
I mean,
spoke to.
Can I just, dear, I know obviously this entire line of everything coming out of Rudy's mouth is bullshit. Does Gerald have any idea that any of this is possibly remotely bullshit?
I'm backpedaling pretty hard. So.
Yeah, like this is the most
Would Gerald
backpedaling.
question it? Is the question. Would Gerald question it? Rudy's still the main source of this kind of knowledge.
Nana
Yes.
doesn't know
What
anything
if you
about
can give me
religion, so.
if you can give me a solid reason for why Gerald would
I'm
question it?
always paranoid about everything. And
Yeah, but
this
that
is
would give
this
you
is
that would,
surprising.
you could use that excuse for everything. Like I'll inside
At
check
this point-
everything and everything. I'm just paranoid. I'm paranoid. Give me a check.
And at this point,
Well,
with so much
Look,
adventuring, Gerald's
it's up
probably
to
gonna
you.
trust
If you
Rudy at
want,
this
I
point.
don't want insight deception rolls among the party. If
Sure.
you think that Gerald does not believe Rudy, then Gerald doesn't believe Rudy. That's simple.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily that he wouldn't believe him, but like, if the way he's acting is like weird and out of character and seems like he's holding something back,
To me, it sounds like Rudy.
It's the worms.
it's the
Like
worst.
that's how Rudy always talks in my ears.
Right. I mean, Rudy, you tell me. Is he sounding like a perfectly capable liar, or is this just like sweating backpedaling?
To be honest, isn't Rudy always sort of backpedaling?
Well, Rudy is technically trained in deception, so I feel like under pressure he wouldn't give off too many signs.
Okay.
And it's not like he's
Because if I'm not able to make any insight into this, then I'll just have to play
And
it
there's
by
also
however
there's
you're-
also the interweaving of truth and lie. It would be like it would be a hodgepodge. Even if you rolled a good insight, probably you'd find out some seems to be true, some seems to be lying.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with Gerald rolling an insight, and
Sure, go ahead then.
I've got an answer in my head if he rolls.
I mean, because my insight's garbage. I will tell you
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's
Roll
I've
an
got
insight.
no
I'm okay.
no
Yeah,
bonus to it.
No, I'm okay with that.
But
I-
just purely because like you mentioned that it's a deity, and
I did,
we
yeah,
had no
and I
idea
did-
that was the case.
Yeah, I didn't mean
And
to
now
say
you're
that,
saying
so
that you
it's
saw the
not-
Pallid Princess, and you actually did say during the conversation that you
Didn't
spoke
say
to
I
her,
saw the-
and then you
No,
backpedaled
he
and
said
said you didn't
he
speak
talked
to her.
to someone.
I spoke to
About it, yeah.
not the
About
deities. I
it.
spoke to my deity. I didn't say I
Yeah.
spoke to the Pallid Princess, but
Yeah.
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 Roll an insight.
But anyway, that's why I'm just like trying to
Yeah.
get the idea. It's just a
No,
thing.
I mean, if
I
we
made a
can't
mistake.
roll an insight
Yeah.
about the hat, then maybe you're
There's
supposed to
also,
roll an
I
insight
will
about-
say, Nana also immediately mentioned that she saw different people. Arthur mentioned he
Yeah.
saw different people. With that conjecture, Gerald could come to the conclusion
Exactly,
that
that's
you all
why I'm
saw
thinking,
different
like,
people.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
if I only saw the people I saw and they spoke to me and offered me things, and it seems that that's the case for everyone, then the only possible explanation for him seeing and knowing the Pallid Princess in that dream, which he's already admitted, would be that he actually spoke to her or had some interaction. So that just seems like a logical connection at this point.
And to be fair, during roleplay, I did say something. I did reveal information, so I fully allow that. Did you want me to roll a deception check against that, or
Sure.
natural 20?
Nice.
Lol.
All right. Well, that was
Why did I think that was Arthur rolling deception? I was like, oh, why are you rolling? I just can't
Alright,
read.
well,
I can't read.
fair enough, Rudy. It doesn't. Forgive me though, because all of us did see only gods that spoke to us. I guess you're saying that you saw more gods just because of your divine connections.
Here,
But
let me.
but all the gods that I saw, only one of them really spoke to me, but I was only able to perceive the ones that did speak to me. So, if you're saying you saw the Pallid Princess, did she not speak to you?
Here's okay. I think, and Rudy's like,
And I trust you, Rudy, obviously implicitly.
No, please.
Surely, I know as a friend and party member, you wouldn't lie to me, of course.
Let me.
Perish
Let
the
me.
thought.
Oh no, absolutely. Let me explain a little bit more clear. Rudy said, I think I was just shocked at the spell, like this, and he sort of now actually actively shows Gerald the holy implement that's cracked, right?
Oh.
And sort of goes, it's like, sorry, Gerald, I was just a little flustered. When a divine spell fails such as this due to an overwhelming barrier that I've encountered, the results can be a little flustering, and shaking. So let me explain what exactly happened, as you have all been quite forthcoming with your interactions, and I think we've seen each and every one of us. You know, we have in the last couple of days found we've had abilities that we might not have had before.
Absolutely, yes, I certainly have.
So, like you all probably saw a patron, or sorry, a deity of some description, or multiple in some situations. I interacted with mine as I, you know, and yes, due to my divine connection, I probably did have more of a conversation. And yes, I was allowed information on the Pallid Princess, the fact that she is divine in nature, and that it is a force that is against us, and a force that is quite powerful. However, beyond that, very little. I think just because I was able to converse a bit more, I was able to gain some more information. And trust me, the conversation was a little alarming in itself, but
I can imagine.
It's taken time to figure out the information. What I do know right now is that what I have in my hands now will not do for this spell.
I see.
And I do require the use of the mask if we wish to converse with this head.
Very well. Why did you? One last thing though, Rudy. Why did you not tell us about the Pallid Princess before now? I mean, this is key information. You know very well that this is our foe that we're up against, or is up against us. Not that we had any business with this Pallid Princess in the first place, necessarily. But why did you not share such important information with us, like immediately?
The tea is now ready, and it's shoved into your hands.
Excellent.
Tastes like shit.
Thank you, Nana. And Josie, feel free to pull me up if I'm about to cross a line lore-wise here, if you want to. The world is very young when it comes to divine entities and power, Gerald. Especially those who wield it. Sometimes we don't share things initially out of fear of prosecution or distrust.
I'll be the first to admit that I understand that much implicitly.
And sometimes it takes time to understand what is truly said. I mean, deities can be a fickle bunch, and they more times than often speak in riddles and circles that take years upon years of training to understand what they say. So yes, it has taken me a few days to come to grips, to come to an understanding of the information I was given. But I will make a solemn promise to you all right now. If I am given any further information as to our mission in the future, or whether they intersect with the so-called Pallid Princess, I will let you all know.
That would be
immediately. Confusion and all. circles, riddles, whatever.
Certainly. I mean, I've had, I have a little bit of a mind for the odd riddle. I may be able to help you in the future. But yes, do let us know. I mean, because knowing that a god is after you is definitely a bit different to knowing that some person calling themselves a Pallid princess is after you. That raises the stakes somewhat for our mortality. You know what I mean?
Oh, I trust in Rudy's healing. He's got his own powerful patron.
Of course, I just don't think he's personally more powerful than a god.
Not knowing that it's the same patron.
Yeah.
just like making Rudy increasingly uncomfortable with her.
Yeah.
I trust in your patron, yes, Rudy.
Well, I mean,
maybe.
Yes, we can absolutely trust in my patron to guide us and watch over us and ensure that.
And I guess we'll need to
ensure that I do not die.
On
right
the morrow.
Now, again,
oh, sorry. Go on.
Right now, again, unfortunately, in this situation, Dawnflower just will not do.
I mean, do what you need to do, Rudy, of course. So do we need to? Should we go to Morgue tomorrow then and fetch you? Try and find you another flower focus thing?
I will have to acquire an instrument, yes, but I mean, if Arthur would be so kind to pass me the mask as I requested before we got into this awkward discussion and questioning. All right.
Arthur hands over the mask.
Excellent. Now the mask was broken, wasn't it? Or
That's correct.
It's got like a piece of the jawline that's broken off.
I suppose this will do.
Arthur did pick up both pieces though.
Rudy, hold on. Oh my god, is there actually a use for this? Holy crap.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, do you have the thing? The thing!
Rudy has the mending cantrip.
Oh, you've got mending.
I knew it!
Go for it.
Yes, Rudy cast mending on the mask.
And here I made
You put the
Goose
two
patch
pieces
the
back
armor.
together, and they just magically seal back
Oh
up. You
my
got a full
god.
mask.
Yes. Okay.
Beautiful.
No, Rudy put on the mask.
She likes
No.
me better. that was
No.
cheeky.
So okay. Rudy doesn't put on the mask. He sort of holds it. he sort of goes, no,
He
I
puts
don't
it on and goes, "All hail the Pallid princess!" Like, no, he's on the level. This is a trustworthy guy.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Rudy goes, "No, I shouldn't need to put it on. Besides, it looks a little."
Go on.
No.
You can do it, Rudy. We believe in you.
Thank you. But it's more you need to believe in my deity who will pass the power through me. So
Maybe the head needs to wear the mask, Rudy?
no, that would probably make the seal worse.
I see.
Not too nice. Okay.
Nana doesn't see, but she pretends.
Rudy does have the spell slot available, yes, so he goes to cast Speak with the Dead again.
And as you now holding the mask, you do the ritual a second time. You light the candles, the incense, and you speak the incantation, and the head twitches once, twice. The eyes fly open, now glazed over, and you hear as it tries to take a deep breath, and you can just see the bottom of the throat moving as air passes through the esophagus that's just been severed.
On the upside,
suppose we should've
infinite
taken
lung
the
capacity.
The eyes lock on Rudy, and that's where we'll end today.
Oh.
If it can't speak because it has no lungs, I'm
Nah,
gonna
it
laugh
can
my
speak. It can
ass
speak.
off.
It should
Yeah,
be able
you
to
sound very confident. You sounded
Yeah,
as
it's-
confident as you were when you cast that spell with your broken gun.
To be fair, it wasn't broken before I cast the spell, and also to be fair, it didn't break in the middle of combat. So I'm a little confused as to how this has worked, but okay.
Oh, did it maybe break when you were like, I'm
When
gonna
you
work
maybe
with
like
Pallid
went,
Princess?
fuck you, God, that I have been worshipping for ages. I'm going with
No.
this evil fella.
Excuse me.
And she's
we
like,
entered
fuck you, chop.
We entered major combat, and Rudy cast heal in combat on Goose
Oh, that could be it.
Maybe it
and
happened then.
blessed.
You reckon?
But it wasn't the Dawnflower that healed him though.
No, it was definitely a different type of power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
weird.
interesting.
That's weird.
How strange.
That's okay.
Who
None of us
knows?
didn't even know the name of your deity to begin with. So
No.
Yeah,
Rudy
I don't
has been
think
very
any.
careful to
I don't think
not
any
really
of
say
us.
his names.
I don't think any of us did, except until just
Yeah.
now when he mentioned the Dawnflower.
Yep. That is the
Nana
name he
still
will
doesn't
use.
know because the Dawnflower is not a fucking cookie, okay? So why does it matter?
I know cookies and I know plants. Anything beyond that,
Is it a stew? Then I don't worship it.
then I don't care.
We thought, I wonder if the party I could use the Pallid Princess's actual name, and I wonder if the party would
Oh, we probably wouldn't know it. Hey,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
feel like
me
the
as
Dawnflower would.
me as a player, I don't know it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even
that actually
remember
works.
what the name was, but like you say it, and I'll just be like, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
That'd be
Happy
very
for
cheeky.
you.
It would be very cheeky.
That would be very easy.
And also put like a ticking time bomb on when will they figure it out.
Yeah, that could be
I don't know that Nana would think to check it.
I mean,
Because
I
she
wouldn't.
doesn't care.
Gerald wouldn't check it, but there's a chance that he could come across it in his readings.
True. Yeah.
Speaking of ticking time bombs, how's that timer doing for Joe?
What timer? There's no timer.
Timer.
Why is this blonde
Now who's
showing up
keeping
in the dice
secrets?
Yay! That's what. That's
Hey,
what
look,
making me.
My secret
that's what
isn't
this
going
is
to kill us
making,
all
yeah.
for 700 days. All right. Think of it this way: we're totally safe for 700 days. It's fine.
That's like
Look at
2
it this
years.
way.
Yeah, exactly. See, yours could kill us tomorrow, and we don't. We don't
Excuse
know.
me, Pallid Princess, deity of undeath. Thank you. You wouldn't die.
She could unkill us tomorrow.
Exactly.
We could be unalive.
This is
tomorrow.
gonna be like a party of
we
liches
already
within a couple of
undead?
weeks.
Were we ever alive to begin with?
Oh my god, Gerald would be so depressed if he became a lich.
Why didn't he want to live forever? Take it easy, retire to the countryside.
Do liches like still know how to cook? I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he would want to retire, but like, I feel like you'd think that it would just make him have more of a target on his head. Wouldn't people just want to hunt him down more? It just wants to,
I mean, depending on how meta
depending
we
on
wanna
how
be, you have
powerful
all-
of a lich, though.
Depending on how much meta we want to go into, I can say that without saying too much, you've all met a lich already.
UHM lots of months.
Oh, Flappy Gal was a lich,
But
possibly.
who knows?
Who
It could be-
knows?
honestly, it could be anyone.
I mean,
Could be
out of
Madam.
out of
could be
character metagame. Like as soon as you just said that they were intelligent, I was like, oh, hold on, they might be a lich, or possibly some other intelligent undead, which are also terrible things.
They're all pretty bad.
They're all
Hey,
the
she's got
intelligent
taste
ones are
buds, that's
awful.
fine, that's all that matters.
Hey, on behalf of the intelligent undead, Rudy takes offense to that.
Why
Do we have
though?
any-
Why though?
Why would you
Do
take
we have
offense
any
at that?
quick questions from anyone in
Thank you so
chat?
much for the sub, Paybola.
Oh yeah, if
Lovely
Chad
to
has
see
any
you.
questions, throw them at me. Or
Lots of
us,
mouths
rather.
indeed. Yeah, if
Throw 'em
anyone's
hard.
got any questions
Chuck
at all
'em.
for any of us as players or as characters, shoot them in any of the chats and let us know. Or if you don't have any right now, feel free to drop them in any of our discords, or save them up for next week because we play this every Sunday.
Yeah.
We are.
And I
literally
will-
every Sunday.
I will say for Roju's benefit, Morg is not a D&D race character. That's why you didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I kind of like gathered that there was like some with like
If you search Google, like if you go Pathfinder Strix,
Strix. Oh, why does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Was it in Pathfinder 1?
Basically, they're
Sounds
like super tall humanoid. They're like imagine harpies, but they've got normal arms.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's like a harpy race,
It's
right?
really cool.
Were they in Pathfinder 1, or is that just a 2.0 thing?
I am uncertain. They are definitely in Pathfinder 2. I don't know
Cool.
about first edition.
Cool.
yeah.
I like all that, man. The art that people do when you look up any kind of D&D or Pathfinder related stuff. The art
Right?
is so good,
So much cool art.
man. That's
I just
right.
I
realized
wish I could
Goose,
do it like that.
Goose wasn't in the room when we had the discussion about Rudy's dream.
Goose
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Goose has no
doesn't know.
clue. He's
No
busy
clue.
like knitting and playing with
I mean,
plants.
if
Yeah.
we're all gonna be honest, about deities, Goose did get petitioned by the fucking incarnation of
Oh,
destruction.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the difference was he didn't take
But he
it.
didn't take it. Yeah.
Well,
Leave up with the
up,
sexy
chill
jackal
out.
lady.
all I got was like trickster versus drunkard, so I'm feeling like Nana really didn't have a chaotic evil chance here.
It was just
yeah,
chaotic
Either
or
one would've been
chaotic. Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
It was just different
Gambling and
brands of chaotic.
swashbuckling were Nana's options.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Those are great
like, there was
options.
no bad choice there, and
Yeah.
I'm quite happy.
You
with
were
that.
set either way. That was great.
God, I was fucking set. Could have been a pirate. Could have been a.
I think Arthur had two
Fine.
solid choices
Yeah.
as well, like two
Yeah.
difficult to
Yeah.
Be a
choices.
bard or go and be a better archer. So
That was a really interesting
Yeah.
choice. That
I
one.
didn't
Like,
think you were gonna go with the archery.
No,
too, quite
neither,
honestly.
neither.
You surprised me.
Look,
You surprised me.
It was
Yeah,
proven
same,
though
I
in the
didn't.
combat.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
you saw how much better Arthur immediately performed.
It was like
when he
sexy fairy versus.
Honestly,
did his job.
Arthur's hit rates didn't go up. It was unaffected.
I know, but it's just the mere the
Yeah.
you know
The
That was
divine
good.
intervention. You
The
know,
dice
it was just
knew.
yeah.
For sure.
being
Yeah,
blessed
that's-
by the archery.
I like that
have
he's specializing.
0 questions, and I also have to get to bed because I gotta work
Same.
tomorrow.
Mm.
I have an early
Um,
start. I have to travel out to cow country.
Ooh,
Cow
Cow country.
exciting!
Nice.
And next weekend I'm going to be in Queensland.
Yes.
Wait, how is that going to work for D&D?
I'm going to be coming
coming to
live
my
from
place.
Denny's place.
Oh,
It's going to be
Yeah.
Wait,
Goose
are you
and
gonna- Are you
Gerald.
gonna be in the same little
In the
What?
same tiny office.
That's right. So-
it's actually going to be awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel
really
like
cool.
Goose and Gerald
Interesting.
would be like a weird buddy cop show.
That works. We can make that.
Gerald
Work.
and the goose.
Yeah.
That was
I'm-
like
I'm-
when Rudy had to be on location in Queensland in the hotel room.
Yeah. Coming you
Uh,
live.
Yeah, so we'll see next Sunday what questions you ask of this severed head that you've got.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
So interesting.
Oh god, I just realized you could give away Rudy's secrets.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Sure.
okay, we're gonna have to have
It'll be
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, it could come up. I
fine.
mean, obviously, we're not going to be asking any pointed questions that are going to set us in that direction, but it could just come up. Like,
Could come up.
he might just say, you're the one that's now the Pallid Princess's favorite. And we're going to be like, what? You know? He's like, favorite, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Then,
Oh,
then
man,
Rudy
find out
dons
next
the
week.
mask, jumps out the window and flies away.
God.
Sprouts
How cool
bat
would
wings
that be,
and
though?
flies away.
Yay, Cuddly.
Oh, bye,
Bye-bye.
Cuddly.
That would be pretty
Yeah,
badass.
Honestly, though, imagine if Aussie just goes, nah, we'll make Rudy evil, and then makes a new character.
Yeah, and then we have to fight Rudy later.
That'd be amazing.
And you have to
Rudy
fight
becomes
Rudy.
a big
Yeah,
bad
Rudy,
evil
Rudy
guy.
becomes one of the
Level
big bads. Yeah,
Yeah, level
Oh my
13,
God.
you have to fight Rudy McGee.
Rudy.
I must
What
say
would have been
something
instead of
about
magic hands?
Snakestorm.
I don't think I could ever do that. I'm actually having way more fun than I
What
ever
if-
thought I would playing as a cleric.
So
It's
what
actually
if-
super enjoyable.
Sorry, Ozzy. Just to like continue the idea of Rudy being the bad guy. He comes
Yeah.
back and he's like undead, but only his hands are completely skeletal.
Oh,
Right?
Oh shit.
Magic hands.
Magic bone hands.
What if
Yes,
the
magic
exact
bone
opposite? What
hands.
if like the rest of him is like
Skeletal
undead,
except
but
for his hands,
are
and he's just got
normal,
these fleshy
No,
hands.
completely normal, like
Yeah.
completely healthy, perfectly preserved hands.
All of
but
his
everything
energy
else-
has gone into preserving his hands, even to the point of
Oh,
his rest
man.
of his body being decayed.
That's actually kind of cool. Evil Rudy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
I
the
found
bone
out what my
hands better
internet
personally,
problem
but
was.
yeah, that'd be fantastic.
turns out it's a good idea to make sure that your plugs are all the way in.
Mm-mm.
You're on Wi-Fi.
Cool.
No, like it was just that little bit enough out that it was still providing a connection, but it was a shaky connection.
Oh, yeah. Pain in the
That makes
ass.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I
Alrighty,
don't have any
well,
questions from my chat
but
either.
yeah.
So,
Mm.
Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you all next week then.
Mm. Thank you for
Yas.
hosting.
Until, yeah. Thank you for being here. I'll see you Sunday.
Good
Bye.
night, everybody. Take
Good night,
care.
everyone. Join us next Sunday.
Bye.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Wait, I guess we're not coordinating a raid. Okay, I'll just go. somewhere.
I'm not gonna raid because I've got stuff to do immediately, and
Yeah, I
Fair
won't be
enough,
able to
fair enough.
hang
I'll see you all-
around
I'll see you
in
all
whoever I
around.
raid, so
Okay.
I will just leave
Bye-bye.
it to the auto host gods as to whoever
Okay,
it goes to.
let the auto host go. You know what? I
Yeah.
haven't done that in ages. I might do that too. That sounds kind of fun.
Alrighty, folks.
Alrighty.
Love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us. See ya. Ooh.